Did you say Rubhub?
I did. Yo, what up? Welcome.
I thought you were going to go, yo, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
So, I'll tell you what I want.
Love it.
Good. Hey.
Good times.
Good times. These are good times. Live up. Anyway. Hi. Welcome to the Booze, Boobs, and Blood podcast. I'm your humble co-host, Ween.
And I'm Ray.
And we watch and review horror movies so you don't have to.
See my face, I was like, where is she going with this?
Jump on the train.
I'm following. You know. So what are we reviewing today?
Well,
tell me about it.
Tell me all about those movies. Anyway,
those mutants that we watched today.
But yes, a lot of them. It is All American Horror Movie Month, and this bye week, that's more apropos. We witnessed
my glory.
1988's Killer Klowns from Outer Space,
Killer Klowns with a K.
With a K, both Ks. Oh yeah, well, Killer has. Ween, stop talking. So,
you know what would have been better if Clowns was KLOWNZ.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. It's like when they use kids with the Z, it's cooler.
Might be how ICP spells it. I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. And we also... Oh, man, this is going to be awesome.
We took a trip to Tromaville.
Yes! I love it! We also reviewed Troma Productions' The Toxic Avenger from 1984. Good year. Good year. Good album. Good movie. Moving on.
You Siskel and Ebert in that. I like it.
This is gonna be
or Gene's what was his name? No. The guy with the mustache. What's his name?
Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel. Oh, the guy with the mustache.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Ted Lasso.
That's a mustache you could ride for days.
Oh, like a jet ski. I have a question for you first.
Yes, Miss Ray.
What tickled your pickle this week?
I'll tell you.
Okay, you please tell me.
Damn, I'm sounding good. I went to our local area medieval fair.
That's right.
Yes. Week before last, and went with my boyfriend and his daughters. They're just teenagers now, and they're really more into this kind of thing now, which is really cute.
Because of Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
Yeah,
and we play D&D together, and they read like R.A. Salvatore books together with Dad. Wow. Yeah. Like
they're getting into it.
Yeah.
Into it.
So we had a good time. It's way better with kids, to be honest.
Oh,
it's way better.
Yeah.
So we walked around. We got, overly priced food.
I was like, did you get a turkey leg?
And overly priced costumes.
You guys got costumes too?
We bought there. Look.
I'm like sitting here looking at her like, blink, 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 blink.
Wide-eyed. It's expensive stuff, but listen. Just you wait.
Oh.
Just you wait.
Yep. Just you wait. Although I found something out that it's not completely a bright spot. So.
Well,
Yeah.
Bittersweet.
That's
why I like to say tickled your pickle. Like, it interested me.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not quite a happy
thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we bought a bunch of costumes, and this shit is handmade.
Yeah.
So that's part of why, the price of things have gone up, and Understandably, because this is how people, they travel
That's
the
how
country.
they
That's how
live.
they make their living,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, on the one hand, it's like, yeah, when you look at the
Yeah.
price tag, but on the other hand, when you look at the craftsmanship and, you can't really find the shit anywhere else. Like,
Yeah.
you can buy online, but that's a total gamble. It's like
Right.
buying anything from Wish,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
'cause you don't know what you're gonna get.
Nope. It's a grab bag.
Right. It's like, oh, it's $5. Yeah, it
There's
sure
a
is.
reason. Well, I don't know if you've noticed if you buy anything on Amazon, but I buy most of my stuff on Amazon. And I was
Sometimes it happens with Amazon,
Yeah.
depending on
If
the
you go
seller.
price, clothes-wise, price low to high,
Mm-hmm.
you got to get through about 10 pages of something that's 0.5 cents. And I was like, and it's like from China. I'm like, nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
No. It's going to fit a Barbie doll. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus 0 sizes, and it's like,
Did you
I'm
get
dealing
a
with that.
scotched egg there?
I did get a scotched egg there.
They're good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Everybody looked at me like I was crazy.
No, they're good.
Because it was like 75 degrees.
Yeah.
But it was perfect. We went on a picture perfect day. It wasn't humid. The highest point of the day, like in the afternoon, when we were about done, it got to like, mid to high 70s. But it was perfect.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes those days get me, because they keep going through August. August days, man.
And there's not much shelter out there. It's like out in the middle of nowhere, no trees and
I got a little sun-kissed.
Nice.
And usually this was crazy cool. Usually they have jousting, but they didn't have that this year. What they had, this was super cool. They had this group of travelers who do like acrobatics on horses.
Oh.
Holy shit. Like this guy, for real, he had 2 sets of horses. He was on the first set, and they're running around in a circle perfectly even, too, because they have someone in the middle, like, keeping them perfectly, as they're trained to do. And the guy does a fucking backflip onto the other set of horses.
Fuck me.
He missed the first time, but honestly, and then he did it again and made it. But honestly, part of what was so impressive was when he missed, how he tumbled safely.
Oh, wow.
Like, and this guy was like probably as heavy as my thigh, but
He's jockey sized.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was so like, that must take such incredible core strength.
Yeah.
And, years of training, and like, even if you do fall, you fall in a way that you don't injure
protect
yourself.
yourself, yeah.
And he
Like a
jumped,
dancer.
And he boop, popped right back up. And he was fine.
Fucker.
And it was like...
He's probably all of 21, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I don't know, though. They looked...
Why aren't they having jousting? Is it because that person died last year? Or like a couple years ago?
I'm not sure.
Because like I remember we went, a friend and I went.
I mean, that requires stunt people.
Well,
that's difficult.
Right. Something happened it wasn't at ours. It was like the next town. It was in Ohio, but it was the next
There's
town.
an Ohio Ren Fair down in Southern Ohio, I think.
It might have been that one.
Yeah.
But someone did die.
Like around Cincinnati. Oh, really?
Yeah, during the jousting.
See, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe that's partly why. I don't know. Who knows? But these people, apparently they were... this was in their credit, and I didn't research any further into it. But according to their bio, they were featured in The Greatest Showman.
Oh.
For like a snippet or whatever.
That's a horrible movie.
I've never seen it.
I put it on my cleaning, and I think it's the perfect way to watch it.
There you go. One of the girls like loves that movie, and she really wants me to watch it, and I'm like, I don't know.
The songs are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Hugh Jackman. Who's not
love Hugh
charmed
Jackman,
by Hugh
right.
Jackman?
Please.
And Zac Efron is adorable in it, too.
I fucking hate Oklahoma, but I have the soundtrack where he sings in it.
Yeah, because it's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
It's Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman.
Hugh Jack me, please. Anyway.
Yes, all over my face. I love it.
So, Ray.
Yeah.
What tickled your pickle?
Well, I have 2.
Best opening ever.
I got 2.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'm going to hold the one for recommendations.
Ooh.
So this is a partial pickle tickle because it started out pretty great and then I found out something. So those who have listened to our podcast, and also any of those of our listeners who listen to CLBC, know I hate fucking Alex Jones with the passion of 1,000 goddamn suns.
Yeah.
So it's been a good week.
Sorry if you do, but you probably don't
you know what?
listen to our
If you
podcast,
do, yeah, exactly. If you don't, if you do like him, and you're upset about this, then I don't want you to listen. I'm okay with that.
We're all right.
Yeah, we're doing just fine without ya.
Oh man.
But I mean, he's ruined not only my family, other families. Mm-hmm. So I would like him to go fuck off into the sunset. And he kind of already is starting on that path.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was in court these last 10 days. And as much as he says, oh, I wasn't even about, they wouldn't, I'm not even, they're considering me guilty and not even having my court, day in court. I'm like, listen, asshole, this has been going on for 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
And you were deemed guilty because you didn't show up and you didn't turn any evidence over. Right. And you didn't turn any documents over as you were asked, you were ordered to do.
Right.
So fuck off into the sunset. So if I cut all of this, I'm just going to end fuck Alex Jones into the sun.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
Lovely.
Well, that being said,
on that bright note,
we're going to talk about some killer clowns. Please do that about 50 more times before I get done with this.
No problem. Got it.
We're going to take a little breaky for us. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
And welcome back.
Welcome back. So, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 1988.
Indeed. Running time 1 hour and 28 minutes of fun.
I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck is this?
I've seen this a number of times, so for me it was just kind of like, oh yeah.
Oh god, I've never seen this before.
It's not. It didn't. I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at it. It didn't make me furious. This is one of the
movies that I've oddly always wanted to see, just because like I dare say I used to. I think I've kind of gotten over it. My fear of clowns. Like, that was more when I was a younger kid. Honestly, it was Are You Afraid of the Dark's fault.
Oh, well, that scared a lot of kids.
That was scary.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple Are You Scared that I still think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually, on that same note, when I recorded CLBC last night with Veronica, I said, well, I just got done watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And she goes, wait, is that a thing? And in the background, Mr. Veronica goes, you don't know Killer Clowns from Outer Space? And I go, did I just break up your marriage?
No.
I said, you are not missing much.
Yeah.
No.
You're not. It's fine.
No.
It's a cult. It's a cult thing, which is what our theme really was for this month.
Yeah.
These cult classics that.
Yeah.
Are they great? Are they great movies? Not necessarily.
No.
But do they have a large following of fans? They certainly do.
Yeah, for their own reasons. And this one, honestly, it's the fucking clowns because the makeup and it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, when you talk about like
for 1988.
Yeah.
Like almost seamless animatronic faces.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'll give it to you.
The $2 million budget went on production. Like the clown and visual effects were created mostly just by the Chiodo brothers.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before we started recording, this was like almost like a effects reel. That's what it felt like because the plot's stupid. I mean, the plot is so
really dumb.
Arbitrary.
Right. It was just an excuse to see these it's like there wasn't much of a plot or dialogue there, for that matter, just to get things going.
Right.
Like
right.
we get going pretty quickly into the movie, like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Clowns are, I mean, we get a shooting star.
You know what
clowns.
you're going into.
Yeah,
Right.
Yes. I'm looking through.
By the title and the theme song.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's a theme song.
There is. So the I'm looking at some of the as we were just saying, the horrorcore rap group, the Insane Clown Posse, sampled dialogue for this film for the staleness on their 2002 Joker's Club card album, The Wraith. Shangri-La. Those are all these words together don't make sense.
They don't make any sense. No.
I just said a bunch of it's a word salad. I don't care. ICP. Let me look and see if there's anything else that was kind of interesting. The scene where the car is thrown off of the cliff was initially intended to be far more spectacular. The car was to fly over the cliff and crash onto the ground. Unfortunately, the sling rope snapped because effect crew members neglected to remove the stoppers from underneath the car's wheels.
Oops.
The result was what was seen in the final film. The car slowly tumbles over the edge and becomes caught on a tree. And I literally was like, Toons is the driving cat. Toons. I don't think there's very much. I mean, they talk about, was it John Mazzari returns the music master tapes to the studio, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, let's move it on. Oh, I do love the catchy theme song. I do.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, boy.
It was fine. It was cute. Like, it reminded me of some, like...
It kind of reminded me of Christmas Vacation, to be honest.
It reminded me... At some point later, I was like... And the Tears for Fears song starts. It was like there's a band that it sounded like, and I could not. I don't know. It's fine. Also, know it's one of the first things. My first note is grown up Ralphie drinking a beer that says beer. I don't have a lot of notes for this movie. I mean, less than usual.
I shockingly do. I kind of went beat for beat.
Good.
I don't know why. Because I was,
trying to stay awake.
Yeah. Mostly.
I'll let you start then, because that's my first note is the police officer seeing grown up Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
Get some beer. Mm-hmm. Officer Mooney.
Mm-hmm. Officer
Mooney is in the car watching this kid cross the street with a bunch of beer, clearly underage. Mm-hmm. How? But okay.
I don't think so, because it was it's a college town.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Whatever.
Who knows? He thought it was because public intoxication.
Well, yeah. So Officer Mooney thinks he's going to head to the park where said teenagers are making. They're at the top of the world. Mm-hmm. It's what they call their makeout point.
Did we in this area have a makeout point?
Not that I'm aware.
I don't think so. I think the 80s was the end of the makeout point.
I used to have sex in a local art center parking lot in a car.
I know which one.
Way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was private property.
It was the woods, too.
Yeah.
And when everybody was gone, it was like everyone was gone.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Man. Yeah, it was fun. Mm-hmm. Those days I'm not proud of, but that's okay. We get to said top of the world makeout point, and an ice cream truck approaches saying, and I did write this down.
I did too. Mm-hmm.
I'm Jojo, the ice cream clown, with the bestest ice cream in town. We'll give you the stick, you give it a lick, and it'll tickle you all the way down. Ice cream, we brought our goodies here to you. A tasty treat for while you screw.
Enter the two most annoying characters in this fucking movie.
Apparently, these guys were a comedy duo in the 80s. Yeah.
It's an 80s comedy duo. It's like dueling pianos, the lowest form of comedy.
Woo!
I'm sorry. Did I say that? It really is. It's like a step up from improv in my mind. I hate improv comedy too.
Yeah?
I can take it in tiny doses.
Yeah. Well,
we get to meet all the not all but we get to meet our hero and heroine.
Yeah.
Who she's definitely, like, the champagne she's drinking is definitely water. I was like, they couldn't even color it. Like,
I know.
Champagne color, it's definitely water.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where that $2 million went.
Yeah. Not on the champagne, I guess.
No.
Debbie and Mike are making out. And
Mike Tobacco.
Mike Tobacco.
And Debbie Stone.
Are their last names ever mentioned?
No, it's just on the IMDb.
It's just, yeah.
But
Mike Tobacco,
Mike
what
Tobacco.
a name. All right, so...
Well, and also, like, the next movie we're going to take, somebody had an issue with smoking.
A bit.
Yeah.
So, Mike and Debbie are making out. They kind of lie on their backs looking up at the stars and see a weird, giant shooting star through the sky. A bright light in the sky as they're making out. It lands in a farm. And then we cut to this farmer.
Before that, we do have this gag, which it was followed up in the other movie we watched. I was like, God, the 80s fucking sucks at some point. Because these two, I want to say, like, heavier girls come out from the back of the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like, the two Terenzi brothers. That's who's driving the ice cream truck.
Rich and Paul.
Yeah. They're dates. And they convince them to come with them by giving them, quote unquote, all the ice cream they can eat.
Yeah.
And then as
there was zero sensitivity.
It was, yeah, there's a gag like that in the next movie we watched too. I was like, go fuck yourself, man. There's a lot. Then Mike and Debbie are, like, laying there, like, he starts kissing her. He literally says, because she says something about going along or going off with the Terenzi brothers or whatever, and he's like, I'd rather be kissing you. They have one kiss, and then they just lay next to each other. I was like, or not?
Yeah.
But that's when they see Haley's comment.
That's when they see this bright light. And so after this, they're like, whoa. And then we cut to this farmer who also sees it, and it lands in his farm.
I'll be greased and fried.
Oh, oh my God. The farmer goes out, and he's reading a book about everybody calls it Haley's Comet, but it's really Halley, right?
Is it? I
think. Anyway.
Not a science person. All I know is what the fuck was that cult that killed themselves? They thought they were...
fucking Heaven's Gate.
Yeah. It's a good doc on that.
It is a good doc. Yeah, I watched that. That was fucked up. So the farmer is like, hot dog, and
takes his hound dog. What the hell is his dog's name?
Pooh Bear.
This guy is one of those, like, old Hollywood actors. Was in a whole bunch of... He was, like, in the Outlaw Josie Wales with actually Mooney and then another actor that was in this movie. I can't remember. But yeah, he's like one that's got those faces where I was like, I've seen him somewhere. He was cute, unfortunately.
But not for long. Because he goes out looking for what he thinks is a comet. But when he comes upon it, he instead finds a lit up circus tent. Mm-hmm. It's lit AF. He approaches it, and then all of a sudden we see this. He's walking away, and then all of a sudden we see this shadow of in the shape of a clown appear on the other side of the tent, and then he burns a hole in the tent and grabs the farmer's dog Pooh with a net.
Yeah.
The farmer then turns back and is like, you bastards, and tries to punch the tent, but it's solid.
Yeah, he's like, son of a bitch. And then he electrocutes himself.
On like the, what do you call that?
It's like piping or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like an exhaust piping. Yeah.
That's holding the tent up.
Yeah.
And then a clown appears and he gets zapped by a clown gun, and that's the end of the farmer.
Yep. R.I.P.D.
Moving on
to, I have a lot of questions for this scene. So Officer Mooney brings in two punks because they were walking through the park and they had a bottle of wine. And this is where he says, this is how I knew it was a college town, because they say, why couldn't you just drink in the dorms?
Campus,
yeah, on campus. And they're like, it's a beautiful night. These two are supposed to be gay, right?
I think.
Because I think this is the time where you had that stereotypical, or like the urban legend, or I don't know how you describe it, but like supposedly all these gay men were meeting in parks and having sex in parks. So I think it's trying to say something, I think. I don't know. But I felt so bad for these two guys. I was like, this is a hate crime, guys.
Yeah.
Because I thought that those two were gay.
I didn't think about it at first. I think until he talked about wine.
The one, his mannerisms were like a little bit more effete. And I was like, I'm wondering if they're trying to say something here.
I wasn't sure, because at first I just thought they were punk gothy, whatever.
But then when they said like that they caught them in the park, and I was like, oh, I wonder, because it was such a because didn't
this was 88.
Well, I was just gonna say because there was that big thing because George Michael
oh right
got caught in the park bathroom. So automatically, all the gays are doing it. Obviously, come on, right?
Gotta do somewhere.
Huh? Gotta go somewhere. Well, true. Especially if like it's illegal.
Somewhere only we go.
Oh, I love Keen.
So Mooney books a bunch of college kids for public intoxication.
Yeah. Also, the ADR, did you notice in this scene in particular, the voices were not matching up to the sounds. I was
especially Mooney.
Yeah, the ADR was real bad. Real bad.
It's made it very clear that with the dialogue with Mooney and Dave that Mooney is overzealous about his job.
Yeah.
Like super bad. He just wants to fucking book everybody. He thinks everybody is doing something illegal all the time.
Well, the chief is out on vacation or something, so Moody's trying to like, throw his weight around. Although I have to say, Mooney has some of the best fucking lines in this movie.
Yeah, he really does.
He does.
Anything else about that scene? Or
No, just I had the question about the punks in general.
Yeah, I did think about it. Mm-hmm. It crossed my mind.
I'm probably reading way more into it.
Well, who knows? Mm-hmm. Back at the farm. Meanwhile, back at the farm, Mike and Debbie start. So this is weird. Mike was saying shit about how he used to run around with the Terenzi boys and like go on adventures and shit. And then Debbie's all, let's go on an adventure ourselves. And he's like reluctant to do it.
It's going to be puss. He's going to either get fucking, he's going to get sex or he's going to go possibly get murdered.
Right.
I would take the sex too.
Yeah, me too. It's like, I don't need to find out. I'm good.
I guess what? I'd rather fuck around than find out.
Right.
Yeah. This is where Mike starts to do the most racist voice, and he won't stop. My notes are just like, please stop. Please stop. The Native American voice that he's doing when he jumps on the car. And then I'm not even going to repeat half of the stuff he's doing, but he's doing like a Native American chieftain voice. And I was like, you need to stop this, please.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's like, and she calls him Chief something.
Oh, yeah. No, I do remember that running.
Something. And I'm like, can we just not do this, please?
It was like Chief running, shut your mouth or something like that.
Please do. Please shut your mouth.
That was not cool.
Keep the Native Americans out of your mouth.
They go investigating the shooting star. And they come across the circus tent. Mm-hmm. They enter the tent through a winding fun house. And it's like this long hallway with like brightly colored stripes and all this crazy shit.
A lot of like, tubing or piping going to nowhere. Tubing. Did you get where, what his... what he considers this possibly to be is a European cirque fantastique. He said, maybe it's like that European cirque fantastique. I was like, wow, those words seem weird coming out of your mouth, especially. Yeah. But then...
I think that took a couple tries, probably.
Oh, because then he was talking about it being a sideshow. Come see Belinda, the bulimic wonder.
Yeah.
See her binge and purge before your very eyes.
Yeah, I was...
Fuck you,
and
dude.
And fuck yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yep.
Oh, the 80s. So not a sensitive time. At the end of the hall is a glowing door. Mm-hmm. The green door, shifts open, and it's like a turnstile door.
Yeah.
It shifts open, taking them to the center of this...
Bad matte painting?
I didn't know how to describe it. It was like a Star Wars-like...
Thank you!
Death
I was thinking
Star
the same
shaft
thing. Yeah, where they've got to jump over.
I actually had to pause the movie to try to think of how to describe this.
But that's exactly what I thought was that where they exactly
that giant shaft in the middle of the Death Star.
Yeah, in New Hope. Mm-hmm.
And then there's this electric glowing orb at the top.
Yeah,
that's like shooting out random lightning.
It's definitely a painting, and it's definitely like it's not good.
It's whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. They get out.
Yeah, they're like,
and then they go to another door because we're not done yet. Apparently, after all that, they go through another door that leads them to a large room with large pink pods of cotton candy.
What did you think they looked like?
To be honest, I thought they looked like upside down light bulbs.
I can see that too.
Were you thinking something more phallic?
No. I was actually thinking like a rabbit's foot.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Because it's got that thing on the top. But now I see light bulb. Now I'm not going to not see light bulb.
Yeah. And they would they're all like hung up on these rails. And then a clown enters carrying a pod and hangs it up. It has, the pod has someone Mike recognizes because they think he tears away one of the, or no, like the face is showing through or something.
Yeah, well, they pull it off and it's Joe Lombardo.
Yeah.
But here's my thing.
Did we ever know Joe Lombardo?
No, we don't. It could have been like whoever. What I like is she screams.
Yeah.
He unfazed. That's a dead body. I got many questions for you, Mike.
Right.
Many questions.
Well, maybe he was more scared to be heard because they were heard anyway, and they ran away.
He seemed really excited about this whole venture. Like, he had the opposite reaction. So I'm almost wondering...
She, pegged him into it. She was like, let's go on an adventure. And then, when they finally got to the tent, she was like, fuck this, I don't want to go in. And he's like, dude, we're already here.
But he seemed almost giddy when it comes to death.
Yeah?
I don't know. His facial expressions were weirding me out, man. Also, her clothes are amazing.
Oh,
her
yeah.
clothes in this movie
I loved
amazing.
that whole, it was like a whole long john set underneath a dress with a belt. Brilliant.
Loved
it. It's so crazy. The pod has somebody, Joe Lombardo, and then she screams, the clown hears them, and they run away. Clown...
And his controls, which are just popcorn.
Yeah, there's this popcorn machine, something.
And a bunch of buttons. Okay.
I don't know.
Whatever, movie.
It's fine. The clown hears them and chases after them, shooting a gun filled with popcorn.
Yeah.
He shoots this gun and popcorn explodes out of the gun, landing on them and clings to them almost like static.
Yeah. When it shoots down the hallway, like it's following them almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
That's crazy. So they're running away. Another clown appears, making so bad.
A balloon dog?
Making a balloon animal dog to chase after them. And
like a
it even comes it doesn't come to life, but you just hear someone with human mouth sound effects going arf arf,
This fucking movie.
So it's dumb. So they manage to escape in Mike's car and they speed off.
Well, after he sort of runs them over, but not.
Sort of.
But they can't be killed, and they start walking to town.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Because
this is where I wrote cue awesome Tears for Fears music.
Yes. Mike and
does he forget how to drive in this next scene?
Apparently so. They rush to the police station and he runs over. Dave is outside. Happens to be outside. Yeah. And here comes Mike busting up, running over a mailbox.
Yes.
Crashing into the back of a cruiser.
I was like, why is he driving like a drunk driver? You could be driving fast, but then not erratic at the same time.
Yeah.
Because they have a conversation in the car on the way there because he's like, we need to go to the police. We need to go to the police. He's like, no one will believe us.
Right.
And she's like, well, I've got a friend, wink, wink, at the police station.
Who did you think? Did you think it was an ex-boyfriend?
I can't remember because I watched it was so long ago, so I was like, that's
honestly, it was not what I thought it was going to be at first, but turns out. Anyway, spoiler.
Yeah, we have some. Again, theory at the end. Wait till we get there.
But Mike and Debbie rush to the police station and tell Officer Dave what happened. They go inside the police station and continue to tell him. Mooney shows up and is not buying it, of course, because he just thinks they're punky teenagers making up some story. Yeah,
he gives us the titular killer clowns from outer space.
Love.
Yeah, well, and he does have this line where I was like, he goes, who are you gonna believe, me or this little tramp? And I was like, literally, she has all the clothes on.
Right,
all of them on.
Right, not dressed like a tramp. No. Not at all.
I know you little fart. Oh.
P.S. When I am trying not to say fuck, I'll say farts instead. And I got that from a former attorney of mine.
Nice.
Because he had little kids and he was like, farts. I was like, that's really funny. That's better than fudge.
Or fork. I like,
right.
Yeah. Forking shit balls.
Like
shirt balls.
Shirt balls. Like
shirt
in a Happy Place.
Good Place.
Happy Place. The Good Place. Happy Place. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I knew where you were going.
I didn't write anything specific here. I just wrote, meanwhile, the clowns start wreaking havoc around the town.
I did write 45 years later, the clowns make it to town, because you can see them walking. And I was like, holy shit. Slow. I was like, somebody in a walker could use this. With a walker could walk faster than this. I did have the line because I knew. So the thing I did not send you, and I should have sent you, maybe we can watch it during the break, is Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando and in California. Los Angeles, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Los Angeles. Have, they do different movies that they do their, mazes. Their haunted mazes. And for the last couple of years, they've done... Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
No shit.
It's cool as shit. I forgot to send it to you.
That sounds like so much fun.
I'll show it to you during the break. But they have, so, I mean, like I said, I kind of remember part of this. So when he says, what the fuck? Make a dummy out of yourself, but you'll never make a dummy out of me. I knew that was going to come back to play. Mooney, again, has the best lines. No, that's all I have about this part.
It really does, yeah. So they start, wreaking havoc on the town. They're, running into the drugstore and just, tearing shit up for no reason.
They put on a puppet show for some random dude. It's supposed to be Christopher Titus was in this movie. I didn't recognize him at all.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, comedian. He had his own show for a little while.
Oh. Mm.
You'd know him if you saw him.
Lots of cameos, apparently. Then, turns out... No,
yeah, well, you're saying about the drugstore. Literally, the killer clowns have made these two women into cocoons in the store, and the pharmacist is like, I'm like, call the police.
He does eventually. But yeah.
An hour later. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, sorry. Mm-mm. This is also where we find out that Dave, hot cop Dave...
Which, P.S., Mike fully acknowledges he's good looking.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have, again, many theories.
Yes. Mike.
That Dave is Debbie's ex-boyfriend.
Moo.
I mean, Oh, I honestly, I thought Mike was handsome too, so I would spank both of them, but I would spank Dave real hard.
Oh, yeah.
Real hard.
I don't know. For some reason, I don't have a thing for blondes.
I don't either.
Blonde men. Mm-mm. But.
I mean, honestly.
They were both easy on the
I've got a thing for men.
Well, yes. In fairness, yes.
And a lot of women. So, I mean, because she was doing it for me too, so it's okay.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
She's very pretty. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, we get a montage of the killer clowns just showing up at doors, and as I've been calling it, CCing people. Cotton candying people.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I like that. Not CCing on an email.
No, CC'd.
Like, one shows up with pizza, and they don't speak.
No.
By the way, they have these weird alien noise, like, they called it alien noises in, like, the subtitles, mm-hmm. but it just sounded goofy.
It's like sometimes guttural, like, depending.
You know, it's like somebody, again, you know, human noises.
Like there's the big fat one. I thought sounded like Jabba. And then the little one. Yeah, the little one sounded like Salacious B. Crumb. So there you go.
Yeah.
I did make a note about Mike's mullet here. Mike's mullet is so weird. It's shaved like here a little bit or cut really close.
Yeah.
And then he's got like a bowl cut too. So it's kind of like Mike from Stranger Things haircut.
Oh, yeah.
Grown out a little bit.
It is.
Not Mike. Well, no, Mike. Yeah. Will had the real bad haircut.
Real bad.
Holy shit.
I'd have been pissed. That poor guy.
No one had haircuts like that. Was a 90s because in the 90s the kids had that bowl cut.
Bowl cut.
Yeah.
Oh, I had this huge crush on a kid and from like 5th through 7th grade of this kid who had that cut.
You know what was worse is when they dyed it blonde. They put highlights in. I was like, no.
Bad.
You had that
with
and then
frosted tips.
I was just gonna say you had that and then you had the opposite where it was short, like high and tight, but the top had fucking frosted tips.
Never come back.
No, I know
Stay
90s
away.
style is coming back, but please don't.
I've seen women have like big chunk blocks of bleached blonde hair again.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're trying to bring that back.
The crop tops and the silver tab jeans. I did it once, guys. Like, there's some
trends don't need to come back.
No, I'm done with bell bottoms. No more bell bottoms, guys.
Yeah.
But I don't actually mind 80s. Bring 80s back again. I think some of the stuff was really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, boots with the fur.
70s and 80s. Yeah. Anyway.
A whole town looking at her.
Looking at her.
Hit the floor.
Mike and Dave take Debbie home for safety while they go back to investigate the tent. Uh-huh. But when they get there,
the tent's missing.
It's gone. Da da da.
So Dave arrests Mike for what exactly?
Lying? Eluding. Yeah, you can't lie to the police. Or eluding police on I don't know.
I just wrote ACAB.
ACAB.
All cops are bastards. I don't believe that, but I was like, ACAB!
It's coming from the chick whose parents are cops.
Yes, right, exactly. That's why it's funny. Also, we keep going back to the drugstore a number of times. I just want a scene of the clowns going through the condom section. That's what I really needed.
And making blue nipples out of them.
Yes!
Please.
With the lubricated ones?
Yes!
Or like me. Or the flavor. And just spermicide jelly all over the place. Oh, that's what I needed. I didn't get it. That's what I needed.
They were hit. Yeah.
So this is where next is more montages of the clowns across town, but this tiny killer clown runs afoul of some bikers. This meatloaf motherfucker comes over. It's Meatloaf from Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's like, "Can I ride your bike?" And the little clown's shakes his head no. And he's like, "Can I ring the horn?" And he's like, like he's the one that makes the salacious bee crumb noises.
Yeah. Like,
and what does he do to? Oh, he picks up the bike and he breaks it.
Hulk smashes it.
He Hulk smashes it. What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
Oh,
decapitation!
Yes,
fatality.
That was nice. Mm-hmm. And really, the only blood we really see.
Yeah, I mean,
blood
because everybody gets like cotton candied.
Yeah.
So
it's not gory. It's just they get wrapped up in this weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dave arrests Mike. On the way back, they pass abandoned cars at the top of the world. And Dave realizes Mike and Debbie were telling the truth because he comes across these cars.
Yeah.
All the people are missing, and there's that pink shit everywhere.
Yeah, it's like webbing almost.
Yeah, more webbing. Mm-hmm. Like, at first we think it's kind of cotton candy because they're clowns. But, because of the obvious theme. But it's more like icky webbing, and it's really like fuchsia pink.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
And you know whose car it was? It was growing up Ralphie.
Ralphie?
I just wrote, oh no, Ralphie, your glasses. You have to wear an old pair until we get you some new ones. Exactly. That cotton candy has been known to kill people. I do want to do a shout out to this scene with the restaurant. The killer clown goes, like, entices this little girl out from a restaurant.
I was like, not okay with this.
I was like, John Wayne Gacy vibes. Yeah. It was creeping me out.
And he had this giant, like, hammer mallet behind him.
Oh. Yeah, I was not feeling that. Although, in the next movie...
Let's not.
Yeah, we're going to get to it. And I'm going to go from zero to furious in 60 seconds.
There's a lot of themes. But we'll get there.
We'll get there. I can tell that this was Ralphie's car from the beer cans.
Yeah. Cans of beer. Labeled beer.
Pop, labeled pop.
Meanwhile, so Dave takes the handcuffs off of Mike, and it's like, okay. And
we gotta work together now. We're a team.
We have no choice. So, meanwhile, Mooney is starting to get bombarded with calls at the station about clowns around the town. He thinks it's just some bunch of kids or people pranking him.
Yeah. Rich little bastards. I'd shoot them all.
Yeah! As he takes a swig of whiskey.
Yeah, he's drinking Jim Beam in the office.
Jesus.
Yeah, he just decides, I'm not going to be conned, so he refuses to answer the phone. So he's like, no, it's like, good.
Okay, cool, good at your job, got it.
So do you remember, like, when they drop Deb off at her house, she says to Mike, I'll be following right behind you. Well, the next scene we see Deb and she's taking a shower.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, obviously not following right behind them. Yeah. No. But here's the obligatory...
Oh, no, because he was like, please don't.
Oh, I missed that.
Well, she did, because she did say that. She did say that she was going to follow, and he's like, just please, no.
I got to go take a shower. Possibly show my tits off. But she didn't. She didn't. She didn't. We don't have any tits in this one, do we?
No, we do not.
This is a very PG-13. I mean, this used to play on HBO all the time.
Really?
That's how I saw it when I was little.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it would had tits, it still would have played on HBO, but, you know.
So during Debbie's gratuitous shower scene, where we see zero nudity, the popcorn from her that was still stuck on her clothes starts to move.
Yeah, we see sentient popcorn crawling across the table. Well, and then the next scene is a killer clown's putting popcorn in the dumpster of a big top burger or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the worker comes out, he's going to dump off garbage, and he looks in, and he gets pulled into the dumpster. We're, like, skimming over a lot of the killer clown shit that's happening throughout town.
Yeah. Because a lot of it is gag shit.
Yeah, and honestly, the only reason I bring that up is because it does kill that guy, so it does foreshadow what possibly might happen to Debbie.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do want to talk about, because it is on, they do it at Halloween Horror Nights, is this next scene with the figure puppets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, the shadow puppets? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wait, hold on.
Is there something in between? I mean, that's my next note, so.
Yeah. Hold on.
Because my note is a bunch of...
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Mike and Dave are riding together. Yeah, that's this moment. And they pull over and Mike points out the clown. It's like, look, see, there's a clown right there. Mm-hmm. And this clown is doing shadow puppets on the wall for a bunch of people at a bus stop
the
or
bus
something.
Riders, yeah.
And at first they're all like, oh, yay, and they're like really incredible, whatever.
Yeah, my question is, how does an alien know about Washington crossing the Delaware?
Don't know. I'd like to know the same, but what do you do? Whatever the
He
fuck.
makes a T-Rex, and it eats everybody.
Yeah.
Quote unquote eats. What it does
the
is
shadow,
shrinks.
the shadow puppet eats everybody.
This scene I do like a lot.
It's really cool.
I like this scene a lot.
That was really creative, I think. That was cool.
And then Mike gets like he's like, we gotta go after him. So he's like pretty much pushes on the gas pedal and drives
And then they crash.
And then there's this moment where they're just sitting there looking at each other, and my note is, just kiss already.
And we kiss.
And just make out. Just do it. Just make out.
Just kiss.
Kiss.
Then Mike sees the Terenzi brothers and catches up with them and figures he's going to ride with them to get to Debbie while Dave goes back to the station. So they split up.
Yeah.
Well, so Mike and the Terenzi brothers take the ice cream truck to Debbie's to check on her because they're worried about her.
And we've got fucking Mooney is so drunk. He is in...
he's straight up ignoring calls.
Dr. Johnny Fever from WKRP mode. Like, he's just like, spinning the best hits. Like, he's on the radio just fucking, like, not caring about anything.
Fucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's drunk.
Then one of the clowns shows up at the station. And he tries to arrest him, like, he tries to handcuff him, but the hands come off.
Yeah.
It's like a gag.
Well, first he gets that whoop-de-goddamn could-do.
I'm going to remember that. It's so great.
Also, did you notice when Mike meets up with the Terenzis and they said, we're going to go take the ice cream truck, and they get all excited, they twist each other's nipples? Did you know they do like a tweak? I was like, I'm comfortable.
Did they do that, or were they like trying to straighten each other's lapels like a cool guy thing?
No, because they went
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was odd. It was weird.
I don't understand.
80s, whatever.
80s comedy. Okay, wait. Okay, so the clown is at the jail.
Yeah.
And,
of course this fucker puts the clown in with the gay men.
Yeah, which is great.
Possibly
great. Thanks
gay
for
men.
that. Right.
Because there's other cells.
Right, but they all had to go in the same one, inexplicably.
Right.
But fine.
Yeah. R.I.P. possibly gay men.
After, like, some passage of time, Dave shows up to the police station and finds finds these weird footprints.
Clown
footprints painted all over the wall.
These, suspiciously look like the same outline of the people, of like the pod people.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Which at first I was like, are those supposed to be clown foot? Yeah, no.
But I'm pretty sure they were clown
footprints.
Yeah.
And he goes to the jail cells, and he sees the two pods there. Mm-hmm. And that webbing all over the place. Then he goes back to the office portion, and there's the clown sitting down at the desk.
That I like that.
That was fun
because I was like, that's creepy. Because he's just sitting there. Looking.
Sitting upright.
Yep.
And then up pops...
And again, they don't speak.
No.
Yeah.
No. So then up pops Mooney in its hand as like a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah.
And his mouth is like has like the paint from his mouth to his chin, like on the sides.
I think it's blood.
But it's actually blood.
Yeah.
And it looks so good. And he's got like little painted rosy cheeks. And I forget what he says, though.
He says, don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then the clown, like, shoves Mooney off of him. He's clearly dead, and, like, takes his hand out of him, and it's all bloody, like, and kind of, like,
he shakes it, and all the blood comes up.
Dave shoots at it, but it doesn't hurt it at all until
he shoots him in the nose.
Right in the schnoz, as my dad would say.
And it pops. Yeah, schnoz. Yeah. It pops just like a balloon.
Yeah. And there's glitter everywhere, and then the thing spins a million times into this giant green
bad cartoon effects,
thing, and then explodes into more confetti.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
And scene.
And scene.
So he's, like, figured out that they can kill it.
Yeah.
Of all things, like, I would think at the head.
Yeah.
Or anywhere in the head, you know?
Yeah.
But he said specifically, no, we gotta shoot it in the nose. Okay.
Well, so there's a parade in town.
Yes, I said that's exactly what I wrote.
Joker,
exactly.
Like 89. Maybe Tim Burton took some from this.
Has to have definitely some influence.
The Joker.
It's exactly what I wrote. That Mike and friends come across a fucking clown parade.
Yep.
Cleaning up the pods like in a giant weird Dr. Seuss looking vacuum.
This is those big weird balloons that they had from Batman, and then money falling from the balloons.
Oh my
and
God.
Prince, obviously.
Oh,
Prince.
Abby.
And this is just Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the universe.
Prince was a pretty tall order.
Oh, get it? Because he was short.
Oh! Heyo!
Heyo!
I guess back at Debbie's, I guess Debbie. I guess. Oh, did you notice at one point Dave calls her Little Debbie? It said it in the subtitles anyway.
No. That's
and
funny.
I was like, all right. But
I kind of like it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's Dave. He's allowed to do it.
He can do whatever.
Dave. He can do whatever.
Call me what you want, darling.
Stick it in.
So I guess the popcorn are like little clown babies.
Yeah, they're like seedlings or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of what will be the clowns.
Yeah, because it turns into like a tentacle monster almost.
Yeah. It was just the tiny little head of a clown with this long, like you said, tentacle like neck or like the spine or something like that. So Debbie fights off the little clownlings, I guess. And then runs downstairs, and apparently, and then she hears knocking at the door. She hears Mike's voice.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a clown. Apparently, they can mimic human voices? That's new.
That's another ability they have. Surprise.
Okay.
Wait, shouldn't they have been doing that the whole time?
Right.
With the pizza?
Yeah.
Also, why her? So, because she's... Okay. They also, like, put her in a bubble. They don't see her.
Okay, wait. Rather than turn her into a pod, they trap her in a balloon.
Yeah.
In this giant ball balloon thing. They take her out of the house. Dave, Mike, and the Terenzi brothers all chase after this clown in a clown car.
Yeah.
That has Debbie.
So we would literally have an ice cream truck clown car police cruiser chase.
But in what other movie can you say?
Right. But it ends up with Dave driving the ice cream truck at the end.
Because this was so stupid.
It was wasting time. That's what it was. Yeah, because this movie's like barely a movie.
It is. It's barely.
More of a movie than the next movie. Because that movie was barely a movie.
We're coming up to the end, though, because this is where I have a long paragraph and nothing else.
Oh, okay. I think I have a few notes. Yeah.
All right, so the clowns it dawns on Dave where they moved the tent.
Yeah.
And
where
so
where would it go be inconspicuous?
Right. Smash cut to the clown car driving toward this amusement park with the all familiar giant circus tent.
Yeah.
The boys head, I'm just going to call them the boys because at this point it's the Terenzi brothers, Dave and Mike.
Yeah.
The boys head into the fun house to find...
but before
that.
Right.
Sorry.
we get this security guard. Well, first they said, I'll say one thing.
Wasn't this guy somebody? I hate to say
he was
it like
supposed
that.
to be. It was supposed to be played by Soupy Sales, and he said
That's
he couldn't,
right.
and he didn't do it. I'll say one thing for the Killer Klowns. They love a visual joke.
Yes.
So they all get out of the clown car, and the security's watching. Because they're literally staying there as if they're getting their picture taken at the end of it. Because they're like getting in line, like they're on riser position.
Yeah.
And the security guard, who's, the amusement park security guard's like just watching, just letting this happen. And then I don't know what he says, but they just start throwing pies.
No, there's the line. There's a line on IMDb. Hold on, let me find it. The line is there. Oh, I can't let you guys in today. And something
or
else.
something like the park's closed or something.
Yeah. Hold on.
But I mean, they like the second one to get out.
Oh, right. So, yeah, I can't let you into the park, and then we cut back to the clowns.
Yeah, and then they start throwing pies.
Oh, they have pies in their hands,
Yeah.
and then the security guard goes, "What are you gonna do with those pies, boys?"
Well, they cover him, and I guess it burns his flesh off.
Acid pies,
I guess. Cause,
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Boy. So, but not all of. I don't know.
They all can't be winners.
I did. Right. So, let's see. Mike and Dave. So yeah, they go. The boys head into the fun house to find Debbie. After seeing the security guard all fucked up, and like all you see is like a skeleton arm and a bunch of whipped cream.
Well, one of the Trenzi brothers puts his hand in
it, and he's not burned.
No.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I did have to say it looked delicious.
It did, yeah.
I was like,
it looked like a smorgasbord of
oh,
pies.
yeah, it looked like, oh god,
All
you just
that.
mixed up. Oh yeah, yum.
Damn, I should have brought a pie. That's what I should have brought.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
I don't know. We did a number on the pizza rolls. They were good.
Well, that's sort of pie. Pizza's kind of a pie.
Pizza pie.
Pizza pie.
A pizza pie.
So Mike and Dave find the pod room.
Is this after the Trenzi brothers fall into the ball pit?
It is after.
So they look over.
Because I just brushed right over this moment.
Because this line, I was like, are you stupid? So they fall into a ball pit. The two dumb fucks fall into a ball pit. They look up and there's these two female killer clowns. One whose boobs are inflating as they're sitting there.
Yeah.
And one of the brothers goes, "Are you Debbie's roommates?" It's a fucking clown, Paul. It's a clown. It's a clown.
Right. As if you could. Right. God. It was annoying. That's why I just brushed right over it. I was like, all right, this is just.
Well, just to know where they left the scene of the crime.
Well, that's true. Because they do come back. So Mike and Dave find the pod room and see a clown
Jabba.
drink. Jabba, the Jabba clown.
He's drinking them
drink
like slurries.
/ drain.
Yeah.
One of the pods. Is that supposed to be blood?
I don't know. I guess so. Maybe it makes him to a slurry, and they have to...
Some kind of juice.
Human slurry.
It's like, have you ever seen cotton candy melted down?
Uh-huh.
It's like this really... It's like Kool-Aid, basically.
Yeah.
Only way sugary.
I love the human smoothie crazy straw he's got.
I know. It's because clowns. They have to have crazy straw.
Right. I kind of want it, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Then they, after that guy leaves, they find Debbie and try to escape through the fun house. Dave shoots the balloon that she's in.
Yeah, and he wants to stay and shoot down other people's balloons. He really doesn't want to make it out of this movie. He's like, I'm gonna like try to do my damnedest to get murdered.
Apparently so, to prove to Debbie that I'm better.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say that. But, that's kind of kind of the feeling we were getting.
Speaking of Tim Burton and ideas that he's stolen.
Oh, here we go.
These lamprey tunnels that they run through, I was like, this is fucking Beetlejuice.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a sandworm kind of thing that they run through.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So they're on the chase, or they're being chased by a bunch of clowns.
They get trapped in a large Saved by the Bell inspired room.
Okay, wait. They get to the core and are surrounded by clowns.
That's the same.
That's the same by the bell. Yes. It's
all right because I'm saved by the clowns.
The Terenzi brothers then, so they're surrounded by all these clowns and they're jumping up on this huge platform thing.
Yeah, and they're slow moving. They're
real
vehicles.
slow moving.
Yep.
I mean, they have oddly shaped feet, so I get it. So the Terenzi brothers bust in.
Yeah, they do.
With their ice cream truck, which has a clown on top, and they use their loudspeaker to demand that the clowns let Mike and Debbie and Dave go. They do until they hear and look up, and there's a bunch of lights flashing, and before our heroes can escape, down comes Clownzilla.
Yeah. This fucking movie.
It's so fucking weird. Clownzilla, who's like twice as large and
ferocious.
Yeah.
When he beats up the ice cream truck.
Yeah, he totally demolishes it with Rich and Paul inside, and then it explodes. Explosion. Random explosions.
And I wrote, the fuck are they? Rich and Paul are definitely dead.
Yes.
They definitely
would be dead.
They would be dead
skis. Real dead.
Yep.
Dave stays behind while Debbie and Mike escape.
Which made me upset, because I'm sorry, Dave and Mike have more chemistry than Mike and Deb. I was like, no!
I know. And yeah, I was confused by that too, because he totally, and Mike was like, right. He's like, dude, you totally can run with us.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You
don't need to be a hero cop, hot cop.
Right.
You're only one H. It's hot cop.
Jesus Christ. So bad. Dave stays behind to be the hero, while Debbie and Mike escape. And meanwhile, Clownzilla picks Dave up.
Yeah, he does.
He picks Dave up, and Dave is out of bullets by this point, and he knows the only way to destroy these things is in the nose.
Yep.
So he rips off his badge and strikes Clownzilla in the nose, which bursts like a balloon.
Yep.
And we get the all-familiar clown death. Meanwhile, Debbie and Mike escape, and the tent is now launching to leave. And the
spaceship
police are starting to arrive. Right.
Yeah, because the spaceship explodes also.
Yeah, I have that.
You think all of our heroes, with the exception of Mike and Deb, are dead.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They should be.
They're dead. They're fucking dead.
Because it explodes into fireworks.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, there comes this it falls. It falls from the sky. This clown car.
The one from the earlier.
And who's in the clown car?
Hot Cop comes out.
Hot fucking Cop.
Along with Paul and Rich.
Why?
So here's my theory. This is my theory.
This is not the end.
Okay, keep going. We'll go back to my theory
Dave
when you're
and
done.
the brothers narrowly escaped in the clown car. What the actual fuck? Everyone gets pie in the eye. The end.
My theory
pie in the eye from the sky
is that Debbie, Mike, and Dave become a throuple. and eventually have a reverse harem where they bring Rich and Paul in, and they're all part of this throuple. This couple, reverse harem.
I'd watch that.
Yes, I'd probably have to pay for it, but I'd watch it.
Oh my god.
I mean, because it depends on what night. It would be like, who's with whom on what night.
I mean,
I'd be fine with all of the options available to me.
Debbie is one lucky lady.
She is. That's a pretty crowded bedroom. Or kitchen.
Some people make it work.
But that's in my head. That's what happened.
Yes.
Yep.
And they lived thrice happily ever after.
They got a little cottage upstate.
Somewhere in the quiet country of New England.
Yep, and where Dave is the cop.
Somewhere in New Hampshire.
Yeah,
everything's cool.
Mike's an accountant, and Debbie is a stay-at-home mom for all of their children. I think I just.
You should write this. You should write this fanfic and write it into the people that are trying to do Return of Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes. Yep, because I literally just pretty much described the Mormon faith.
Dum 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 dum.
Oh my god. Or I should say the FLDS, the fundamentalists.
Yeah.
Give them their credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
But with dicks.
Because not all Mormons are shitty.
No.
Ratings!
Oh, that's right. We do that. Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, this does not have much for me. This is not. Blood and gore. Oh. 1 out of 5. Or, how many out of 5?
Yeah, 1.
Yeah, 1. I did 1.
Yeah.
Spooky scary.
1.
Same.
Okay.
Sex and nudity.
0.
Same. See if we can go 4 for 4.
Okay.
Fun and entertainment.
1.5.
Ooh, 1.
Yeah. I only said 1.5 because it, like I said, didn't make me mad.
This is gonna be a real fun review, you guys. Oh man.
I have a fear that you like the next movie.
Okay.
Oh shit! It's gonna be real fun.
It's gonna get real here in a minute. But
This might be the end of the podcast.
We're saving it for the podcast. Okay. We're gonna air all our shit out, and it'll be great.
It's gonna be great. Okay, so do you have a number?
Awesome.
Do you need to do math?
Do I?
No. Let's just say it's gonna be 1. It's probably gonna be of all the numbers. My half doesn't help it. It's a 1 out of 5.
It's a 1 out of 5. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I meant. Like, do I need to bother adding that up?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Consistently.
Yeah. I mean,
plus
the only thing
0.
If I have one good thing to say about it is the fucking makeup is amazing. And
because there were moments where they showed, the full, clown faces and them smiling.
Yeah.
And or attempting anyway to make facial expressions with like eyebrows so that was cool for a low budget film. They did pretty fucking good.
If we're objectively, I could give it more on Spooky Spookiness because the clowns are frightening. The design is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like if you
there's a reason why I haven't watched this movie until I was 38 years old.
Yeah, if it was one standing in the backyard, I'd piss my pants.
Oh yeah. For sure.
I mean, yeah, so. Yeah. All right, we're going to go take a brief respite, which we had a discussion last night where I definitely think I've heard someone say respite, who is a dialect coach.
Uh-huh.
And the person who was reciting it back was British, and he said respite. So, anyhow.
I think I'm fine with respite.
I don't. So now we're
taking a break.
We're taking a break. We'll be back. Fucking suck it.
Welcome back, folks.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I am in
Mr.
the Bronx.
Mr. Here we go.
Here we go now. We do have a lot of notes for you. There's a lot of behind the scenes.
Very much.
And we are unfortunately going to become that podcast where we just read IMDb because I couldn't be arsed to read a book about this. I'm sorry. No.
Well, listen.
Listen.
There's always going to be a special place and we may disagree on this. Okay. There's always going to be a little special place in my heart for trauma films.
Oh, yes. I mean, they serve a purpose.
They certainly do.
And Lloyd Kaufman is charming as hell.
Oh, yeah.
He's
a complete dick, but he's
a curmudgeon
shit.
too. Yeah. No, but there's something charming about him.
Yes.
And I will give that man so much credit for building an empire on garbage.
Yeah.
Literally toxic waste.
And he did.
Yeah.
There will always be a special place for Trauma in my heart because they, on their production platform, released DVDs of Cannibal the Musical, written and directed by Trey Parker and from South Park.
Well, they do. So there's another. We were just talking about serial killers. There's another serial killer, and I can't think of what his moniker is. Like the whatever strangler or something like that. And I can't think of. I want to say it's Missouri. I'm trying to remember where he did most of his criming, but I bring this up. He murdered mostly, unfortunately, gay men because he was gay, and in horrific manners, like horrific. It's not Jeffrey Dahmer. He didn't need anybody.
Or Gacy.
No, but he kept people alive and tortured them with objects.
No.
So the reason I bring that up, they made a documentary about him.
Okay.
It's not the most, like, when you look up this killer, it's like one of the first videos that comes up, and you're like, why is the Trauma opening coming up? But they did it because they could do they made it really grotesque.
Yeah.
But, I mean.
As they do.
Yeah.
Their Trauma is known, Trauma Productions is known for their extremely gory details.
Yeah, and it's
very
well
graphic
done.
And
like,
gory.
honestly,
it is.
There's one thing I will
kinda
say for this
cheesy, but
movie
it's
is
good.
the effects for being so low budget are so good. Like, his transformation was pretty great. And also being 84. I mean...
Yeah, this is 1984. This was the first major movie from this production company. What was the budget for this? I was just trying to look it up.
I don't think it's... we are the podcast. Podcast just reads the
Don't
IMDb.
judge us. You did it too.
I judge a lot of things.
$475,000 was the budget.
Well, and I think I even mentioned
That's nothing.
Well, right. Like last week I mentioned the craft services, and they paid people in cheese sandwiches at some point. Like, they didn't have a lot of money.
Including budding actress
Marissa Tomei.
Hey. Hey, girl.
Hi, girl. Hey. I think she's the one that, I think we were saying before, comes out in her towel and screams when she sees the...
Okay.
I think I'd have to go back and watch it. I'm not doing that.
I may someday and look for it, but...
Yeah. I mean, I might put it on the background for something. So there's a lot of trivia for this.
Yeah, and really
a lot of
interesting.
So when they run over a child in this movie, and they not hit him, they not only hit him, they run him over, they back over him, his head. Lloyd put this in the movie because it was reminiscent of him when he was backing a car out of his garage and accidentally hit his younger sister. And nobody was harmed, but it stuck with him. You would remember hitting someone with your automobile.
Yeah, as anybody would.
So the guy, when we get to it, some of these, when we get to it, we'll go there. We'll talk about, because some of these are scene specific. So at some point, spoiler, a guide dog gets shot. And Lloyd has said that has gotten the most complaints for Trauma.
Of anything.
Which at one point, the dog is literally just laying on its side, breathing, alive, and someone just put a pizza on it. Like, that's what it looks like.
Spaghetti.
Yes.
With spaghetti spray painted gray.
Yes. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing that most people have a problem with, and I just find it kind of...
and you know who I am about animals getting hurt in movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I still haven't watched John Wick. But when that dog slid, that stuffed animal slid across I laughed out loud. That was one of the, There's two. It's horrible. It's the two horrible parts in this movie is where the kid gets hit. I laughed out. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a dummy."
It's right.
It's great.
Here's the other thing to keep in mind. This is a horror comedy.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be funny and bad.
What I was saying before we started, though, is there's parts in this movie where I get it.
Yeah.
And, like, as I was saying, if anybody listens to the We Hate Movies, Steve Cedar going, you get it? You fucking get it? That's what it was in my head, most of this movie.
Yeah.
Literally, we have a scene where there's a newspaper propped up between actors, pretty much telling us what's happening in the scene. It's like top political people, top polls, caught in sex parties. And I was like, because there was literally a sex party happening around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that I saw. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it.
Some of these are dumb. The crew reportedly ate the large sandwich that Pat Ryan lay on top of for his role as the mayor. He was laying on top of a sandwich?
He was laying on like a massage table, and in front of him was like a long sandwich, like the length
I remember
of the
at one
table.
point he's eating a sandwich.
Yeah. That was
which
part
looked
of
really good.
It was
and
like
I was
a party sub kind of thing.
Yes,
yeah.
It was the big sandwich.
Yeah, because that's what they could afford, probably for the crew.
Yeah. Like, you get cheese sandwiches, but for the shoot, it's the big sandwich. Which, if you've seen the Wings, you know what we're talking about, the big sandwich. Did you ever watch Wings?
I did, but when I was really young, probably too young to get most of the jokes.
They always joke about the big sandwich. Did you order the big sandwich? And it's a big, like, hoagie.
Oh,
yeah.
Party sub.
Party sub. I think we're okay. I don't think there's much else here that's like, There's some things we'll go to when we get to the scene.
Yeah. Trauma has a bunch. This was basically the movie that launched Trauma.
Yeah.
They have a ton of other movies that are B-level horror movies. So if you're a huge fan, go check them out.
Or don't. I've seen enough of them where I'm like, or don't.
Because they're very silly, tongue-in-cheek. There's a lot of
some of them are really
nudity.
Gross.
Some of it is pretty gross.
A lot of them is incest, rape. There's a lot of stuff that I'm going to say.
Yeah. Maybe watch triggers.
And I think...
Watch for trigger warnings.
Some movies that they've made are just like, we're going to make a statement. I'm like, you don't need to. It's okay. Poultrygeist. I'm looking at you.
Poultrygeist. Or Killer Condom.
Yep.
So great. All right.
Oh, they're great.
All right. Let's get into it. Let's get at her.
Traumaville.
Pitter-patter. Let's get at her.
Traumaville. The toxic waste dumping capital of the world.
I forgot to mention running time 1 hour, 22 minutes, 28 seconds.
Yeah, barely a movie.
Yeah.
Barely a movie.
Just barely. Welcome to Traumaville, the toxic waste capital of the world.
Toxic waste dumping capital of the world.
That's right.
Melvin Ferd.
Oh, Melvin.
I don't have a lot of notes. Although I said that last time and I have the same amount of notes.
Yeah. Melvin works... Dorky Melvin is the dork of all dorks. Very, very overtly obvious.
And FYI, guys, the acting in this movie is
it's terrible.
It's terrible. Because
I love it.
No one told anybody they weren't the main character.
Yes.
They're like, oh, wait, did you think this is about you? He's like, did you think the song was about you? It's not. It's called The Toxic Avenger. Bozo.
Yeah.
He was the worst.
Yeah, he was the worst. Melvin works as a janitor at the local health club and is constantly tormented by its patrons, such as... Bozo, Slug.
Oh, who I called Tiny Penis? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I didn't even...
Slug-sized penis?
Well, because he at one point grabs his junk, and I was like, wow, that's not there. That's a lot of fabric that you're grabbing.
Right. Slug is with Wanda. Fun fact.
Wanda was auditioned for Sarah.
she was. I didn't know that, but the characters the actors that play Slug and Wanda did end up marrying
and divorcing,
but they ended up together. It was kind of
fun. Because love is in the air.
Showmance. Everyone loves a good showmance.
Do they?
We've all had our fair share, right?
We've all been there.
We have all been there. Mm-hmm. And then we have Bozo is with blonde-haired Julie.
We have at the beginning, I just say a montage of STDs. It's just close-ups of crotches and titties.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah.
Working out.
So the opening montage is everybody working out, and there's lots of gratuitous close-ups of bodies.
Lots
of hot
of
bodies.
Yep. But there's banana hammocks. There's two banana hammocks, legit banana hammocks. And then there's just the ball-hugging shorts.
Oh, yeah. Jock straps and but there in fairness, the song playing overhead is like this hot poppy 80s. I want to look it up. I really want you to. And it's like, work your body. I don't know. It's like,
you keep talking, I'll look it up.
Yeah. So Slug and Bozo are scum of the earth.
Oh.
But you're supposed to hate them, obviously, and
It's literally called Body Talk.
There you go.
By Sandy Farina.
Yes, look it up. It's so good. It's so 80s and so good.
Yeah, it's like it oozes an STD itself. Yeah. It's like you can smell this scene. Like it just smells like dirty underwear.
Yeah.
Cigarettes, because literally everyone's smoking. Smoking, working out, smoking.
Yes. Which, I don't know how that works. But.
And dirty feet, and possibly poo stains.
And ringworm.
Yeah.
And,
fucking ringworm. And somehow the chlorine from the pool.
Yeah, the hot tub, when they got out, it looked kind of dirty. Like the water looked gray.
Oh, well, he also did put a...
He put a mop in it, but it wouldn't have that effect that quickly.
No. Everything was dirty. Because we're also talking about, this was filmed in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So we're talking 80s. Our favorite decade part of New York City was 80s New York and New Jersey.
Yeah.
So it's full of chuds. You already know it's full of chuds.
Yeah.
So you got chuds and basket cases running fucking amok. So... yeah. So what's one more Toxic Avenger?
I mean,
what's more mutant running around?
So Slug and Bozo are scum of the earth, and they frequently go driving just to run people over, and they have a point system.
Yeah.
Fun fact: this film is not PC at all.
No.
Not.
Also, do you think Julie looked like Jessie from Saved by the Bell?
Yes, a little bit.
Yes.
At times, yes.
So this is the scene where fucking Bozo is doing bench pressing.
Yeah.
And it's just Tiny Penis and Wanda are just standing there like he's smoking, just looking at him.
Yeah, saying you need to pump more. There's fat. I can see fat on you.
Fat? But he goes, the only muscle you need to worry about is right here. And he grabs his crotch. And I was like, oh, poor Wanda. Sorry, Wanda.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's a full...
No, nothing to inspire anything.
Nah.
Oh, she gets inspired later.
I mean, she sure do.
She do.
Pretty gross, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
So, this was strictly for introduction. We are introduced to our four main characters and Melvin. Ugh. And how dorky and clumsy and just hopeless this guy is. And he's always mopping up everywhere.
Yep. We get the R word is thrown around quite a bit.
There's a lot of terms that are thrown around way too liberally.
The F word gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah, let's not.
Oh, God, this movie.
So shortly thereafter, we cut to our health club kids, I'll call them, going driving, and
is that before? Oh yeah. So that's before the unsexy sex scene.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Yes.
Because we have two of them in this movie.
There's a few. After running, so they go driving, and they see a 12-year-old on a bike. A 12-year-old kid on a bike, and Bozo...
Oh, no, they've already had sex. The sex scene's already happened.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, because... So I wrote... We find out that Bozo and Tiny Penis
I think I started writing it down, and then I was like, fuck it, and I erased it.
Yeah, I mean,
it didn't...
I just wrote... Plot. So it's Bozo... It's
just gratuitous.
Yeah, it's Bozo and... No, it's Slug and Wanda.
Yeah. And
they're having the most... I just wrote, have these people had sex before?
Awkward.
It was...
weird. She's on top of him on, like, one
bench.
of those benches in the locker room.
Which are super narrow.
Yeah. It's just enough for your butt so you can put on your fucking shoes.
It's like it was like they told two aliens, make it look like you're having sex. Like, this would be the sex scene from Resident Alien. Like,
and wholly tanned boobs.
Yeah.
And this wasn't the first time either.
No.
Like,
we see a lot of her boobs.
Boy.
So, yeah. And then, of course, the reason I bring it up is because Melvin is like...
walks in and like
staring and like might as well be jacking off.
Yeah,
like,
and stares at them.
And she freaks out and I'm gonna kill you. Okay. So then they go. Yes.
Then cut to the health club kids driving, and they're driving for points.
Well, I think the other thing I wanted to bring up is the reason I brought up the unsexy sex scene is because they talk about him being a hit and run. Like, they're talking about hitting people in the car, and she starts getting fucking revved. I was like, yeah, okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
They're all turned on by this for some reason.
Yeah, it's like fucking Cronenberg's Crash up in this bitch.
I don't know.
It's weird.
It's a movie.
It's a movie, guys.
It sure is. So then, after they run over this kid, on the bicycle. They notice that the kid is still alive.
He's still moving.
And they back it up.
Back it up, back it up, back it up. They just
They back it up, give him the cake.
They Gallagher his head.
Yeah, they sure do. And it was
it
actually
was,
a melon filled with fake blood.
Yeah. I'm trying to find that. Let's see. Fuck, come on, really?
It was there somewhere. I read it.
It's fine. It's whatever. It's exactly what you just said.
And it's nasty too. Like this kind of gore
Corn
is straight
syrup
up
and red food dye.
Yeah.
A wig was placed on the melon and it fitted onto a dummy. Though cheap, the effect is highly unsettling. Yes.
Yeah, it's real disgusting.
I mean, because it's a child.
Yeah.
You're imagining that it's a child. But the one thing I wanted to say is, like, at one point, it's a dummy when they hit him.
Yeah.
But when he rolls over the car, that's a person.
That's a person.
It's a stunt man.
Person. Yeah.
Yeah. So I laughed at first when it hit the dummy. And then when the human fell off of the back, I didn't laugh. But they picked the kid because he looked like the stunt coordinator. Like the stunt man.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. Hey, why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they...
Do it.
After running over the kid, this is great to me.
Oh my god.
So the girls run over and take Polaroids for the spank bank later.
Oh, gross.
For their rub hub later.
Their spank naughty list. Yep.
They get back in the car and they're
did
like,
you see rub hub?
I did.
Oh my god.
I love that it took a second to settle in. Like Pornhub, but it's the Rub Hub. Oh no, I broke Ray. We gotta text Veronica real quick. No, don't do it. Just let her listen. Because you just spank bank, I think that's more for guys, right? Like the term generally is used more for...
Yeah, because you're spanking your monkey.
Right. But and I was like, what is it for girls? Rub hub?
I love you. One.
I love you too.
That's amazing. Okay, I like
every
it.
now and then, every now and then, there's a gem. So
Yep.
stick with me, kid.
We're going places. To Rubhub. That's where
After they take the Polaroids, this is one of my favorite things in this movie, is they go back in the car, they're starting to drive around, and Slug is like, no, man, I gotta go. Like, I
can't kill another person.
I have to go. I have to leave because I have to go to church in the morning. And they all go, oh.
Yeah.
Like, perfectly logical. I just love that shit.
I mean, because they're coded.
This is how you know.
They're coded as Italian.
Yeah.
So you're assuming, they gotta go to church. Because, mom will be upset and they don't go to church. Can I just say Bozo is frustratingly annoying in this movie.
Yeah,
I've never wanted to stab someone through my screen, but he's so bad.
Well, it was again more trivia. It was originally supposed to be Vincent D'Onofrio,
which it would make me sad if it was Vincent D'Onofrio.
I think Vincent would have been sad if it was Vincent.
Yeah, because I like him. Mm-hmm. I think this would have killed his career.
Yeah, no. Marissa Tomei was in this.
Not as a lead part.
I know.
Although I have to say, the lead, Bozo, had the bluest eyes.
Yeah, he really
was
did.
Startlingly not ugly. He was kind of handsome. And I was like, God, why are you the worst actor on the planet? Terrible. I'm so stressed. I'm like, oh my God.
Everybody in this movie is an over actor. And I live for it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying. This is supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be ridiculous.
It was everybody was a mini in this one.
Yeah.
Everybody was a mini.
The next morning, Julie hatches a plan to meet with Melvin in the girls' locker room to dress him up in a tutu and humiliate him with a sheep.
Yeah, we find out that Slug is the practical joker around the...
Wah.
Yeah, he sticks a snake down the shirt of the gay aerobics instructor, and then he's writhing around on the floor, and so all the other aerobic...
It's very slapstick, and everybody else
I just wrote,
like,
fucking kill me now.
Oh, God.
Fucking kill me now.
So I take it you don't like Naked Gun movies
or
Mel Brooks. There you go. That's
I have to say, I'm not a big Mel Brooks fan. I really am not. No. And which is funny because I love Dead Alive, which is splatstick. But I think there's a little bit, I don't know, it's more charming to me. It's not over the top. It is, but not. This is like, I've turned it to 11.
Yeah. It really is, which I kind of
And I think there's a difference because I think Peter Jackson has enough to be like, pull it back.
That's fair.
But Lloyd Kaufman didn't direct this. I don't know. I forgot the name of the person who did direct it, but it wasn't Lloyd Kaufman. He wrote it.
He wrote and produced it,
but he didn't direct it.
Yeah.
And I think there's a difference. And there are Mel Brooks stuff that I like. Like I love Gods Must Be Crazy. So I mean, there's things I like. It's just I think with a good director, they can say, let's pull it back.
Right, and a good actor goes over the top to be pulled back.
Yeah. Because I think there's something to be said with being subtle with splatstick sometimes. Mm-hmm. A lot of times with this kind of comedy, this physical comedy, it worked well because it was vaudeville and it worked on stage.
Yeah.
This is it's almost like it doesn't work because you're in front of a camera. It's film.
Yeah.
You're not trying to act to the back of the house.
This is the acting reminds me of the aunt in Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
Nobody pulled her back.
No one pulled her back.
And she was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That movie.
Because particularly Julie. Julie's the one to me that's it's the acting's not bad necessarily. She just needs direction.
Yeah.
And someone to give her a few notes.
Well, it was you had Julie who was the over actor, and then Wanda wasn't acting enough.
She was more subtle. I mean, then we actually, honestly, in the middle we get Sarah.
Yep, smack in the middle. And she was good.
She was okay.
She was fine for what it is.
She's trying to be blind.
Not well, but
not well done.
It's not easy to do.
I have to say, these 3 women were fucking gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
These 3 women
They sure were.
They were fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, all of them. And
we got to see we
got to see all of their tits, so it was a good day for me.
Except for Sarah.
Yes, we do when there's a sex scene.
Did we see her tits?
Oh no, we don't. No, because it's in the scene.
Yeah,
I mean, at some point, she's got like, but she's wearing a bikini walking down the street almost at some point. It's close enough.
All right,
we get the idea. Right. She got stellar tits.
So Julie hatches a plan to meet up with Melvin, and she's trying to like faux seduce him and get him to meet her in the locker room later.
Yep.
Where later, when he does get there, she makes him wear this weird onesie getup with a tutu.
Yeah, it has like polka dots on it.
Yeah, and she's like, but I like pink. I want you to wear pink.
Well, at the same time, we've got a truck carrying toxic waste.
Right, outside. That's parked right outside the health club because they got to stop to snort some coke.
Because did you notice when we first meet these two, he's making a noose.
Is he? Oh my God.
The guy that's in the passenger seat is tying a noose. And then he's like, you remember that blow we did last week? Jesus. Here's some more of it. He's like, why did you say so? So they pull over to they've got they've got Scarface-esque coke all over their face. Oh, yeah.
All over the face.
Yes. Yeah.
This is really funny.
And all of these barrels of toxic waste are open. There's no lids.
Yeah, they're completely not like locked onto the truck in any way. They're not
just
fastened
haphazard.
Down.
Yes.
Right. Just kind of hanging out. So Melvin goes into like the pool area, maybe, is that where it was?
Yeah.
In the dark.
Right.
Get it? To meet up with Julie, and he's tiptoeing around, and then he thinks he feels something, lights up, and there he is kissing a dressed up sheep.
And that poor sheep had lice.
Yikes.
And was it lice or fleas?
Lice.
And no one told anybody.
Yeah.
So poor whatever his name, Mark Toggle, didn't find out until afterwards. So I'm assuming he had a not great couple of days after that.
Right. Not a
Probably
had
to shave that beautiful head of hair he had.
Yeah. That was a big curly set of hair.
Yeah, it was.
So they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all the like this huge, like 25 people, something ridiculous, are all like chasing after him, laughing at him, and he's running away. He runs away and then jumps out a window and falls straight into the vat of toxic waste at the bottom. And then manages to get out, rolling around. He's writhing in pain, burning from the toxic waste. Gets up, runs down the street on fire.
First, he's doing the Homer Simpson on the ground. You notice that?
Like Curly from the Three Stooges.
Well, the best was a police officer. Well, first is Bozo's like, he's faking it, Julie. Because Julie's like, I don't think he's
actually hurt, dude.
He's like, he's faking it as he's like, his flesh is burning
Oh, yeah.
off.
And then we get close-ups on his arm that, like, this little puffer, like bubbles
pustules
under his. Yeah. Oh, it was good.
I just say the makeup was really good here. But then the police come to try to help him. The one police officer goes down to grab him, and his hands catch on fire. And so there is let's see, because actually, unfortunately, Mark, whatever his name is, actually did catch on fire.
Mark Torgel, the guy who plays Melvin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm looking for it. Mark Torgel caught on fire from the police officer's flaming hands. You can see the fire drop on him during an overhead shot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. What you do for a cheese sandwich? What would you do for a cheese sandwich?
Oh my God.
I'm dumb.
Oh man.
So he goes home.
Oh, right, yeah. Anyone remember Stop, Drop, and Roll, P.S.?
Not him.
No, he's just running down the street with the pure oxygen at him, making the fire worse.
I almost wonder if he was like, if in real world, if he was like, I'm already on fire, burning my flesh off.
Right.
Fuck it.
Yeah, sure.
Just take me out.
Just whatever.
But he goes home and he gets in the bath.
Oh, God.
This scene where he's soaked in the bathtub was largely directed by Torgal, by Mark himself.
Oh, wow.
The water in the tub was ice cold, and attempts were made to warm it up. Ultimately, Torgal chose to bear the discomfort and get the shot finished. In addition, the special effects makeup, which took 6 hours to apply, became stuck to his skin. He ultimately had to be taken to the local YMCA and soak under the showers there until the material peeled off.
Oh my gosh.
From being like the suction probably from the water.
Yeah.
And just adhered to his skin.
Wow.
This poor man.
I know.
His acting is awful. He's done stuff since this.
I mean, I'm just saying, I hope he got his paycheck's worth.
I'm sure he didn't.
I don't think he did.
I don't think anybody got really paid.
But he's forever immortalized, I suppose.
Yeah.
This poor guy. So Melvin gets completely deformed by the toxic waste, and do you think personally that it was the water, the addition of water, that really made him into the Toxic Avenger, or do you think it was just time? Because so what happens is he's
sort of bubbling at
around,
the scene of the crime now.
Yeah. He was, and then he gets in this bathtub with water. Oh, you were talking about the actor in Ice Cold Water and how he
adhered to his skin.
Mm-hmm. So he's writhing around in the bathtub, and there are more special effects of like bubbling on his arm, and he gets out. And all of a sudden, he like leans down out of frame, and then back in frame, we have like a 7 foot tall.
Yeah, it's one of those like old school transformation scenes. Look, we don't got Werewolf in London money for this. No. We don't even have the Howling money for this.
Not for this. So he turns into this huge 7 foot tall guy with muscles and superhuman strength and a much better speaking voice, although we don't hear it yet.
We do get Mama Melvin out from the door, because there's like literally dry ice. There's smoke coming underneath the door, and she's like, "My little Melvin, he must have reached puberty." I'm like, "Lady, he's 35."
Right. Yes. It's supposed to be good.
Oh, God. This is the cop scene. We get this cop.
Yeah.
Someone please guess his accent.
Oh, yeah. He has like
his accent is like at some point supposed to be a New York Irish sort of accent.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's Boston.
Sometimes it's Midwest. It's non-regional.
It's a toss-up. It's whatever you want it to be.
This cop gets beat up by a bunch of thugs. One of which is called... What is it called?
Cigar Face?
Yeah! Get
like
it? Do you get it? Cigar Face. Do you get it?
Do you get it? Do you fucking get it?
Do you get it?
Do you want me to do that every time? Thank you, Steve Sadak. So my note literally says, where the fuck is it?
Officer Clancy is his name.
Yeah. Subculturally and socially insensitive punks speed up a policeman.
Yes.
This is like, bless you.
Thank you.
If you were like, how can I make Ray even more uncomfortable? Well, I'm going to have a man, this doesn't make me uncomfortable, dress up like a man or like a woman, but being for laughs, not.
Right. What makes you uncomfortable is what this meant to them back in the 80s.
Right.
Right. Not what it means now.
No. I support what happens now. I do not support making fun of transgender people back in the 80s.
I think it was was more of a transvestite.
That's true. It was like, yeah.
Just dressing up for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Well, because he's... This is weird, because at some point he's making karate, like, again, insensitive sounds.
Yeah.
Like hi-yas and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, we can cut that the fuck out.
Look, again, this movie is not known for its sensitivity.
No.
It is not.
No.
It is not.
No.
So, that aside, given the budget and the time period and the unfortunate social culture, otherwise...
they're gonna shoot this cop's dick off.
Oh, yeah.
Because gentleman in the dress...
He won't play... Like...
he's an honest cop. He can't be...
he won't
can't
take
be
drug
buyed.
money.
Yeah.
Right.
And... or bought. Buyed. Jesus fucking Christ.
I was gonna let that go, but...
What the fuck?
You got it.
Drinking, but not drunk yet.
Couldn't be boughten.
Oh, that one bothers me. Boughten bothers me. So bide. I am dumb. Guess what's gonna get edited out of this?
Hey, I forgot to ask. What you drinking?
Well, I have had
not sponsored.
I've had 2 Limeritas, which are what are those? Those are Bud Lime. It's a Bud house today.
Is it Bud?
It is Bud.
Ritas?
Yep. So we've got Bud Limeritas and also Bud Seltzers, premium seltzers. It's a happy place tonight.
Well, it is All American B horror movie month.
Oh, Anheuser-Busch is fucking coming all over this place.
Yes.
This is Daniel,
all in my
who
mouth,
comes all over your face.
in my mouth hole.
In your mouth hole.
In my mouth hole in the flavor of lime margarita. And
I had the strawberry one earlier, and it was good. The lime one is the fucking tits.
Oh, yeah.
Although they've got a cranberry one.
Ooh.
It is fucking baller.
That's hot.
So Toxie shows up as they're about to blow this guy's dick off. And because I said his name is Toxie.
Yeah.
So the culturally insensitive man dressed like a woman says if he doesn't play, he won't play with us.
Yeah.
The boss says to make love to him, meaning shoot his dick off, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
what it means here.
Yep.
That's what it means for cigar face.
Fuck off.
Scar face.
Fuck off. So what happens to these?
Say it fast.
Say it slow. Say it again, slower. Just slower. Say it sexier. Okay. Anywho.
Why do I always go to my weird?
I don't know, but I love it.
Weird deep voice. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Gumbies from Monty Python's Flying Circus. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'd like to see.
Oh, yes.
With the handkerchief hat thing.
Yes.
Yes. And the big Fisher boots.
Yes.
And Lederhosen. Yeah. You see it now, don't you?
Love it. Love it.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, obscure reference. Go look it up.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. God, Monty Python. So good.
So great. So Toxie comes to the cop's rescue.
Yep. Rips off some guy's nose.
And apparently has a deep, sexy voice.
Mm-hmm. You are right.
And it's the same voice as the narrator, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's nice. Officer Clancy later sings his praises in the press.
Yeah, he rips one guy's nose off, stabs
that was sweet.
again, socially insensitive man dressed like a woman. He does the curly and actually
that was so
fingers
good.
in his
I actually
eyes.
shouted sweet when I watched it. It was
sweet,
so good.
Sweet. And then punches the cigar face in the balls like a speed bag.
Who is it?
Scarface. I said when Toxie speaks, it's a voiceover. Fuck you, movie.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to talk in that mask. Sometimes it wasn't, sometimes it wasn't.
Yeah, well, sometimes it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I noticed it was a different voice.
Yeah.
So then speaking of what accent does this cop have, then we get to what accent does this chief police have? Because then I'm like,
that fluctuates too between New York and German.
Yes.
Because he goes, Achtung! Because the press is like all over this guy. And I'm like, oh God. And then we have the cheesy, like,
Nazi.
Yeah.
At one point, he hail Hitler, and the other point, he's like clicking his heels together, like he's.
I'll give you
Herman
I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one. This is fucking lame.
Oh, this one? Thank you. So here's the next.
It was
point.
random and lame. I get it.
They're like, is this where? They're trying to figure out what's going on with the monster, like, or who this person is.
Yeah.
And then Toxie goes home. He knocks on his own door. Why?
Maybe didn't want to frighten his very elderly mother.
Yeah, she was real old. I was like,
very old.
I was like, when did she have him? My age?
I know, right?
Yeah, and she screams and he runs out.
Yeah, because he obviously doesn't recognize him. His face is very deformed.
Yeah.
There's like one of his eyes is like drooped way down.
Yeah, it's like
melted
melted down to his cheek.
Yeah.
The makeup's great.
The makeup is good.
Yeah.
The mask is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. There's a montage.
But he's still in that fucking tutu thing.
Yeah.
That's what cracks me up throughout the whole movie.
It's like dirty and
black and singed.
Yeah. And he's always got his mop.
Yep. Yes, he does. His trusty mop.
We get a montage of him traveling through Tromaville. He gets to the dump and starts building his Casa de Toxie. Next scene, I laugh. I have another legit laugh.
Okay.
Because it's
supposed to be silly.
It's the mayor and all of his cronies. So we smash cut to this chick, like half naked dancing, and I'm like, okay, you've got my attention. And then it cuts to the mayor and this other guy in this really bright colored suit. And this is the scene where it's got the newspaper between them.
Yeah.
And this mayor's talking to this guy. His name's Tom, and he goes like, Tom, and the guy's like just staring at the woman naked dancing. He goes, Tom, is he dead?
I know, that was so good.
It was so funny. He also has another line. So what he's trying to do, he says, the zoning board has designated the old Rollins chemical plant as the new toxic waste dump site, and that's contaminated but valuable waterfront property. It's just shots of debris and just like toxic sludge. And he says, we think it would be a waste to let that go. So they're gonna build residential houses on a toxic waste pit.
on top of right.
Yep.
And they do the usual like clean glasses and
Yeah. This is where it has the newspaper in between and it misses something like top PO walls. So POLs. Caught in sex party scandal. And it's literally
dancing ladies.
Yeah, it's literally what's happening. I was like, okay, cool. I'm looking to see if there's any notes that go along with No, the notes that are coming up deal with the Mexican restaurant.
Love this scene.
Oh, there's parts of this scene I do not care for. Is that where we're at, actually, now I think about it? Yes, this is actually where we're at. Three robbers enter. A priest to rob by.
One of them is dressed up like the fucking Joker on a deck of cards.
Yeah, he's got half of his face painted. Yeah. So we got Leroy, Rico, and Frank. And so again, this is where I said, did no one tell the actors in this movie that they aren't the lead?
But it's their only line.
Yeah, because we get this woman.
My only line.
Whatever happened to my heart? We get this woman sitting with her guide dog, and we guess that she's blind. And the robbers come in, immediately
Oh, yeah.
stick a shotgun in a baby's face.
That guy never acted again.
The note that I have for that is Patrick Kilpatrick. Wow, that's an unfortunate name.
Yeah.
Who played Leroy? That's who that is. Quit the film after having to point a shotgun at a baby. I was like, yeah, you can't do a cutaway shot where it looks like he's doing it.
Yeah.
It was legit, and I thought, I feel bad for everyone involved in this.
Yeah, that was not okay.
It was not okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh boy, there's a lot of things.
Oh
man, and they also shoot another big no-no.
You don't shoot a dog.
Earlier, they shot the dog. You don't fucking shoot the dog.
This is another point where I had a laugh because the puppet, the stuffed animal that is the dog, slides across the floor as if it was like someone was dragging it. It's hysterical because it's obviously not the dog.
Right.
And so Gary the dog.
Yes.
The guy who shoots it, is it Frank that shoots it? No,
because Frank
Leroy
doesn't have
shoots
a gun.
that. Yeah. Well, Frank is menacing he starts menacing the blind girl because he actually tells Leroy to shoot the dog. And so, but Frank, who is the other, like the lead guy, like the lead gangster, whatever.
He's got a switchblade knife.
He has one arm.
He does. The actor who plays him does, because Toxic busts in, and first thing he does is rips that guy's arm right off.
Yes, he does.
So cool.
Yeah.
And beats the other guy with it.
Yes. Yup.
And he makes a dessert sundae out of some guy's face.
Yup.
Fries the fingers of another guy, and throws one-armed Frank into the pizza oven.
Yep.
I loved this. And this goes on, by the way, for
it's such a long
7 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a long scene.
That had to be a day on set.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because you get this guy who's like drinking, like he's an employee of the Mexican place. Yeah. That's what it's called. Who's like his shirt doesn't cover his belly, so we just see his belly for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's been drinking.
Oh, yeah.
So when the police show up in the next scene, they're like, they don't believe him. And what I love about the next scene is they go to each body and there's a police officer holding a taco.
They're all eating tacos at the scene.
They're eating some tacos.
So after the cops eat their tacos. Before this, actually, Toxie takes the blind girl. Later, we find out her name is Sarah.
Yeah, the only reason I knew is because I looked up on IMDb. Oh, until he starts screaming his name. Yeah.
I looked it up in the credits. He takes her back to her place.
She opens the door. What does she have right next to the fucking door?
There's like a fucking plethora of
a collection of canes.
Of canes, for blind people.
And she knocks them all over. Ha
ha. And there's a lot of slapstick, like she accidentally slams him in the balls with the cane.
Question for the universe. Does he still have genitals? How does he still have genitals?
I don't know.
Okay. Question for the universe. Because they do fuck soon.
Yeah, they sure do.
He doesn't. No one gets naked, but there's fucking.
Look, everything on him grew twice as big.
Ooh, that's true.
Look,
Melvin's.
Maybe Sarah's one lucky girl. We don't know.
Wasn't there another? Oh, what was the movie? There was a Melvin, and I said someone got Melvined. It was Texas Chainsaw. Was it 2022?
Yes.
The police officer that goes down into Leatherface's den. I said, "Oh shit, he got Melvined." Oh, well, she got Melvin too.
She's about to.
Yep.
So then cut to the health. We're back at the health club.
Yeah.
Toxie arrives at the health club, and it's this is so funny.
This is after the mayor is eating a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Naked.
Okay.
This is the second scene we got to see this guy get a massage naked. Awesome.
It's his best day.
This is his best day. He's living his best life.
He was living it up. Here's what's funny. It's the exact same people / setup from the opening.
Yeah.
From the movie's opening.
Yep. Yep. You get the gay couple that is like, they're a little...
Same people on the bike, same like woman in yellow pumping like little...
I'm assuming they shot it the same day. Yup. Then we get this bunch of different shots of the drug dealer in the gym giving out, plying his trade.
Dealing out whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking coke. Yeah, he's got it. Fucking...
I mean, mostly steroids, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. The roids, Chris Benoit.
The roids.
I just listened to Crime and Sports where they did an episode on Chris Benoit.
Oh, so sad.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
So sad.
I mean, I'm telling you, CPT and roids, not a good combination. You want an illustrated example? Chris Benoit.
There you go. Right. Yep. Terrible.
Yep.
But I said, it's the exact same setup as the opening, LOL, but I forgive it.
Yeah.
He takes out the drug dealer with a weight machine.
This is awesome. Great. I love this.
Smashes his head. Yeah, I love that.
It's like he's going to put it in like a guillotine or a guillotine almost. He's going to stick his head in there and then he just drops the weight and you see it from like the weight point of view.
Yeah, the camera perspectives were good. Mm-hmm. They were fun.
Honestly, the effects here I thought were great. I thought it was amazing. Yeah.
It was gory and fun.
For 84, it was pretty cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For 84, under $500,000 budget.
Yeah.
This is okay. Meanwhile, here we go.
The first time she goes, so this is the second scene we have with
Wanda in the sauna.
Yeah, Tiny Penis's girlfriend going into the sauna. She's carrying something, and at first it looks like a phone. It looks like an iPhone.
Right.
I didn't realize it was the pictures.
Yeah.
But this time I was like, oh, well, I know why, because she starts fucking diddling herself too.
Right.
Yeah. She goes to what? Where does she go?
The sauna?
No, where does she go? She makes an order at the...
Rub Hub?
Thank you!
Oh, okay, I'm like, what?
Yep, she goes to Rub Hub and...
the rub room?
The rubber room? Yep. God, I'm the worst.
Ba-doing. I don't know why that sound effect came to my mind, but... Boing.
I'm just gonna make this.
Yeah, jeez. Or... ASMR.
At this point, everyone could just turn on the podcast and stick it right in the recycle bin.
Feel free to edit.
Nope, leaving that in.
Jesus Christ. I'm so glad my parents don't listen to this.
Same. Hashtag
my mom has zero interest in that.
Hashtag, my mom will wear everything I get her of our merchandise, but she will not listen to it. No, in fact, my mom was very excited because she got our... I'm not sorry for... Not ours, the CLBC's. I'm not sorry for shit. Yeah. You wouldn't have any other Ray.
Yes.
She's very proud of it.
I bet she loves that.
I was like, Ray's mom, it says shit on the front of your shirt. It's fine.
But it's cool.
It's cool.
Oh, yeah. So Slug's girlfriend, Wanda, is masturbating in the sauna to violent Polaroids she took.
Yep.
And here comes Toxie.
Yeah, he is. Comes in, and because earlier she was in there, and Slug came in dressed like the Elephant Man. That's what the joke was. Again,
sensitivity.
Who's gonna fucking know the Elephant Man? I mean, I guess the movie came out in the 80s, but not by 84? Before 84?
Yeah, before 84. It's late 70s.
Is it late 70s?
It was late 70s.
Yeah. I'm guessing the same crowd that's watching Toxic Avenger are probably not watching The Elephant Man. I'm gonna. They're like, that young Anthony Hopkins.
Well, it's fine.
Yeah. So anyhow, Toxie he's dressed the same way, and she thinks it's Slug, and he picks her up and sticks her ass on the coals of the sauna.
Oh, and what does he say?
I don't remember.
Oh, he says a line. I should have written it down. He says a line that's really funny.
Something about burn your ass, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because this is where we realize that Toxie... Well, I mean, Toxie's talked before, but this is like... This is actually Toxie talking in this one, I think. Yeah, it's the actor, not just a voiceover.
Speaking.
Yeah. Oh, God. So then immediately we see Toxie taking a piss. It's like a smash cut to pink.
Green.
Yeah, it's green.
And
a limo pulls up, and a pimp sticks his head out, and he says, "Hey, knucklehead, how about some nice young poontang? About a 12-year-old girl. Cool movie.
$12.
For $12.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks, movie. We needed this.
But the point was that the Toxic Avenger avenges her.
Oh, yeah, agreed.
That's the point.
Also, one of the pimp thugs looks like Dax Shepard, so...
He totally does, yeah.
Yes! I was like, Kristen, you know where your hubby at?
So, after saving the 12-year-old girl and beating the absolute bejesus... No, here's what happens. They all...
Please tell me.
6 of them point a gun at him.
Yes!
And he just... like, a la Killer Klowns that we just watched. He fucking leaps up into the air.
Levitating.
And all 6 of them shoot each other at once. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Oh my God. Wouldn't it be amazing if we did a cut of that Dua Lipa song, Levitating, and used Toxic Avenger? Oh, that line where I think she's talking about John Ossoff. Okay. Anyhow.
Then we get like a montage of
him doing
Toxie
good stuff
doing
around.
good deeds throughout the town, preventing little children from getting run over by Bozo, helping an old lady cross the street.
And the kids are so grateful that they make sure this is... I love my monster hero.
Yes, my monster hero. It should be pointed out that he is never called the Toxic Avenger at any point in the movie.
No.
Just the monster.
Yep.
Much like Frankenstein.
Oh, okay, let's put it up there with that. We also see a scene of the mayor and his cronies. And the mayor is really sweaty.
Yeah. He even has a sweat girl. A girl like mopping up his sweat on his forehead.
There's a scene really earlier. Looks like he has sweated through his entire shirt.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, I was like,
it's kind of gross.
It's very gross.
Yeah, it's like, oh, poor guy. They must not have had AC. Here's our love scene.
Oh God, this scene. When she starts making out with that face, I was like, oh.
And it was a legit tongue kiss, man.
Please make that sound that I like that you do. Yep, that's what my stomach was doing. I was like, nope. No, because it looks like when you see it up close, it looks like you know when you have something that's got a lot of times it was burnt, like a piece of food, like a lot of times where it's cheese burnt, like burns like that, where it's like a brownish color. That's what his face looks like.
Yeah, all of it. But it probably stunk to high heavens of latex and spirit gum. Can't stand
so
that.
she's sticking her tongue on this burnt cheese face.
And they have some good sex.
I mean...
It's pretty decent.
Yeah. I mean, there's thrusting and pumping and they both
She's enjoying herself, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For what it's worth, it was probably his first time.
Is this before... This is... Oh, no. Wait, hold on. Just before this, she almost gets raped before this by, like, some thugs on the side.
It was in the taco stand. Oh, no, you're right.
I just wrote, how many times did this bitch get raped before Melvin showed up?
I know.
It was like...
So terrible.
Like, literally, this is like the 3rd time someone's almost raped her in this movie.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I don't so much care for that.
Yeah. It's not great.
No, but then we get... Oh, she moves into the hovel. She moves into his hovel in the dump.
His little dump hovel.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
It's her home. It's home sweet home.
Yeah.
With all the insulation. Did you notice there was so much insulation? Yes. I was like, that can't be good to breathe in. So she's not only blind, she's got cancer literally everywhere.
See the asbestos.
She's got mesothelioma. I not laughing at anyone who has mesothelioma. But also, I also think it's funny when you hear commercials where that word is mispronounced a number of ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anywho.
It's sad.
It's very sad. Then we get the gym scene.
Yes. And Toxie's next target.
Julie.
No, blonde Julie.
It's interesting that this scene, so he pops out from underneath a bench, just goes, murderer! And this is where Marissa Tomei shows up.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I think she's the one who comes out of the bath or the shower and screams.
And he's like, sorry.
Yeah. And he chases her to the basement. And he corners
room.
the boy. Yeah, Freddy's like, hey! This is my territory, fuckface. He corners her, and we see him hold up a pair of like shears.
Yeah.
And we don't see what happens.
No. But we never see Julie again.
We never see, we know, yeah. But the thing is, I was like, Wanda gets a pretty violent death on screen, but Julie doesn't. Which is I thought was interesting. Like, Wanda really didn't do anything to him, but Julie did.
Julie did.
So you would think that'd be more of a gratuitous scene.
Might have been cut.
Could be. Didn't have the money. Then we go to Tiny Penis and Bozo.
Slick Penis and Bozo beat up an old lady and steal her car.
Beat that old lady like a dog.
Oh my god. And I noticed that while Slug is hitting her, he's singing a song that I think is supposed to be akin to Singing in the Rain from Clockwork Orange.
I was going to say, was it Clockwork Orange?
Yeah.
I'm singing, isn't it? Yeah, it's Singing in the Rain.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he was singing in the Rain. He was singing some like
no, but it's supposed
something
to be
that's supposed to be like it,
like an homage to
copyrights.
Yeah. Although there's some songs in here. There is when they're having sex, there's definitely like a legit top 40 song that's playing, and I was like, did they just not tell anybody that it's this?
Just slide that in there.
They're like, shh, no one will tell. No one's gonna fucking see
slide
this.
Slide it in there like.
Slide it like he was doing.
Penis into her vagina.
Yeah. Yep.
Great.
So they try to hit Toxie with their car because Toxie comes out of nowhere because he knows he's got a sixth sense and he knows like bad shit's happening.
Danger is near.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Darkman.
That's never addressed. He just shows up.
Right. We just
know that he shows up.
It's like what would the symbol be? Like for Batman, it's obviously a bat. Mm-hmm. What would the Toxic Avenger? What was his symbol in the sky be? A mop? Because we didn't say. Maybe. He puts the mop on the faces of everyone he kills.
Oh, yeah.
Mop?
In the beginning, mostly, but he kind of stops that after a while, I think.
A giant penis? Because we think that's what he has now. A giant deformed penis.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with mop.
Yeah, I think mop. That's good.
Yeah. Anywho.
A green, steamy mop. Mop bucket.
Well, they try to hit Toxie with their car.
Yeah.
He pretty much runs up the car and then is hanging off the
roof. Hangs off the roof of the car. Mm-hmm. He hangs onto the roof while they drive. He reaches in to Slug and like beats him up and pulls him out.
Yep.
So now he climbs into the passenger seat while Bozo is driving, and he's like reaching over, slamming on the gas, and taking a turn of the wheel. And
I didn't really understand.
This was some crazy stunt driving.
This is honestly the stunts in this car stunts in the movie.
The car stunts
awesome.
Are really good.
Like Killer Klowns could have learned a couple of things from this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an explosion. There's a couple explosions.
Don't get me started on random car explosions.
I wrote it because I knew I was going to be like...
I wrote it in all caps.
I wrote car explosion in all caps also because I knew that you were going to... I was going to be like...
Random car explosions.
Yes. It explodes. Yes. But somebody walks away from this. Also, neither body is... Like, this is This is an explosion, guys. I mean, we see the car on fire.
Yeah. Explode and is on fire.
Yeah.
Like fully engulfed.
And Toxie literally walks away and shakes it off.
Yeah.
Literally shakes it off.
He kind of goes...
And Bozo's not... His charred corpse is not charred. It should be charred.
It should be charred, but
he should be a crispy critter. Yeah. He should look like Owen and Beru from A New Hope.
Yeah.
When Luke goes back and finds
Come on, man.
They're going back home.
Oh, glowing.
That's one of my favorite parts. It's so horrible. And they would lead them back home. And he goes, to the Skellingtons.
Jesus.
I'm a horrible person.
You're not. It's awesome.
I love Star Wars. Anyhow,
so, what the next thing is a random kill by Toxie.
We think it's random. Kill. Yeah, it's like... Well, what leads into this scene? Like, what... Okay. Oh, not what leads into it. But,
this
like...
is great. What was on those pants?
Oh! So I wrote, oh my god, this scene is just so a little like person brings in jizz-covered jeans to a dry cleaner and they doesn't know that they've been jizzed on. What the fuck is this?
It looks like someone dry up the shit out of it.
I mean,
it's just completely a mess.
It's like someone's
like bear dry humped him.
He was in the longest squirt session on the planet. Someone was just like they might as well been like she could have like drugged them in. They could have walked in themselves. They were so like crusty.
Machine gun splooge. Oh, these pants. God.
The best is it's a little person. Why did they make a little person do it?
She gotta eat too.
Well, it's true, but it's just like it felt so gratuitous because what he does to her, and I was like, but I was like, seriously. She didn't realize that he had come. And the best was the look on the dry cleaner's face.
Oh
was like,
my gosh.
Oh, we'll just put these over there.
Yeah, he's like, I got it.
Yeah.
Then he runs out because he's getting the dry cleaner dude runs outside because he's about to get a parking ticket.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Haskell waits patiently inside.
Yeah.
And in pops Toxie.
Yeah.
And does this crazy rando kill and throws her in the fucking dryer.
And you're like, what the fuck? Who? I literally thought to myself, did I miss something at the beginning and didn't see this?
Yeah,
person?
me too.
Come to find out, Toxie's got inside information. Who's feeding it to him? We don't know.
Yeah.
But this was a he broke up a white slavery wing.
Or maybe he just has a sixth sense about
It's that sixth sense. It's somebody put the Toxie signal on.
Oh god.
So he puts her in the washer and then puts her in the permanent press machine. Yeah. And the dry cleaner comes back and he's like, you know you can't be back there, Mrs. Haskell. Yeah. You can't be playing with the equipment. No, she is the equipment right now.
Yeah, now she is.
Toxie goes home and Sarah suggests that they go out to the Miller's farm.
Yes, to get away from it all because he feels like he
can't stop killing. Yeah, he can't stop killing.
Yeah.
Cut to him
He don't even know why he killed Mrs. Haskell.
No! He's like, it was in me. But cut to them walking down the sidewalk, him dressed like Raphael going to, it's Raphael, right?
Going to the movie,
movie theater. And him going, do you think I look conspicuous? As she's literally wearing a fucking bikini down the sidewalk. I was like, conspicuous? This bitch half naked.
Right.
You're about as conspicuous as can be. You know, might as well have like the biggest cowboy hat on the planet too. And possibly a pink jacket.
And a beacon.
And your Toxie signal.
So they escape to camp at a nearby farm. The mayor, in a press conference later, labels him a menace.
Every press conference in this movie is at the local community college lecture room.
And the lecture hall or whatever. It's so fucking weird.
Well, did you notice his office is literally just the front guest?
The front desk.
Of like a police department.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Halls of Justice are real weird in Tromaville.
All they could get permission for.
Yes.
Fine.
Yep.
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work. So we come to the conclusion that the monster must be killed.
So the mayor calls in the National Guard. Calls the governor to call in the National Guard.
And the governor's like, capture, not kill, capture. Yeah. I mean, we don't hear him say that, but we get that's what he says.
Yeah, he wants him captured for research, not killed.
Yep.
But the mayor wants him killed.
No, because he's a bad dude and he's doing bad things. Because the big guy who Cigar Face was referring to, is the mayor.
Yeah.
Bell Goody.
And the Bell Goody, is that what's it?
Bell Goody.
God.
Did you notice that at one point during the car chase scene, they were putting up a Bell Goody, re-elect Bell Goody for a healthy Tromaville?
Yes.
I was like, that's not nice. This movie's not very nice to some actors.
No, it's really not.
It's not. Nope.
Like the poor girl in the gym.
Yes.
The girl that's like
eating chocolate while working out.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Again, insensitive, but yes.
Yep.
But nonetheless entertaining. Debatable. Okay. We'll have this debate shortly.
Differing opinions.
Yeah. The National Guard come to town. And the whole town shows up, follows the National Guard.
With their gun. You got a gun? Come with us.
To this 2-person tent in the middle of nowhere.
As they're asleep. Through the whole thing. They don't hear the tent.
They don't hear the tank.
Yep. No.
Nothing.
They don't hear the mayor talking very loudly about he wants them all murdered.
Jesus Christ.
And this is like, we've got the German.
So good.
The Germans. Chief of police doing his Achtung. He says, I was only following orders at some point. I was like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, that's a...
Were we in a place to laugh or to make jokes about the Holocaust? I mean...
Well, Lloyd Kaufman is Jewish. I think he was looking to make fun of the Germans.
Well, right, but still, like, were we was it still like... Because, you know, there's always a waiting period after horrible things happen. Like,
yes, I think it's 23.1 years, according to South Park. Yeah, they're also... every fucking buddy. When I say everybody, every fucking
babies.
buddy.
They brought babies to this.
Are surrounding
There's children.
This camp. Because, the people that the Toxic Avenger saved are, followed the National Guard there because they want to protect the Toxic Avenger. They
Like
want
Officer,
to protect Toxie.
Who's an accent?
Them.
Yeah.
Oh, Clancy.
Yeah, Officer whatever my accent is. And then one of the kids from the Mexican place.
Yes.
And then a bunch of literal children.
That were saved from Bozo.
Yes.
Especially what cracks me up the most is there's like, if I recall correctly, I think don't quote me on it, but I think that might have been Lloyd Kaufman's kid, the little girl, that was
eating the ice cream.
Yeah,
and he looks at her and he says, "Right?"
Yeah,
and she's like, "I'm eating my ice cream."
Yes,
but she goes, mm-hmm. I'm nodding.
So cute.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that was his daughter.
Oh my,
it's fucking cute.
Yeah,
and they even take her with them.
Yes,
for no reason.
At some point when they're like, so now they're like. They're getting everyone literally has a gun. It's all pointed at the tent.
Right.
And then Mexican place guy and the children and Toxie's mom comes in and they're like, you want to shoot my son? You got to shoot me first. So you got this.
Yeah. So they stand in front. Oh, once Toxie finally comes out of the tent, and Sarah, they stand in front of Toxie to protect him.
Even someone says to the mayor, there's an innocent woman in that tent. And he's like, fucking shoot him. Doesn't matter.
One life for many or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
The mayor shoots Toxie, but it doesn't affect him. This is so great. So gross. So then Toxie runs up to the mayor.
What does he say?
I don't remember.
You fat blob, let's see if you have any guts.
Shoves his hand inside of his gut and rips out the entrails.
Yep.
So good. And then the mayor, tries to put them back in.
Yes. Well, first he's begging. He's like, I'm too young to die. Did you see the note on this one?
No.
The actor who played this died. He died 7 years later at age 44.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Well, I'm a bummer.
Jesus. Debbie Downer.
That's a great skit.
That was a great skit. I loved that. Love you, Rachel Dratch.
Yeah.
That'll never listen to this, but that's okay.
No, but maybe someday. Someone's going to slip it to her.
Maybe. Somebody knows a guy.
It's Cigar Face. That's who I know.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
And Melvin and Sarah live happily ever after.
Until the second movie.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Cool.
The end!
The fucking
oh
end.
My god.
I hated this movie, guys.
Why did you hate it?
It made me mad.
Because it was too silly?
It was too silly for me.
Yeah.
And
it makes a lot more sense now.
Well, yeah, knowing, yeah, because I don't like most what is it, formulaic comedies.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, honestly, it's surprising that I actually like The Office. And even now, I can't watch The Office because I've seen it so many fucking times. And people quote it and meme it. Mm-hmm. I'm weird about comedy. I'm weird about the comedy that I like.
Yeah.
Like, I like stuff that no one pretty much like. I love what you and I both love what we do in the shadows.
Yeah. Oh, I love that show.
And I don't know if a lot of people would like it. I know somebody said maybe it was Veronica said they didn't like it. I fucking hate Big Bang Theory, those kind of things.
You hate Big Bang Theory?
Oh, I hate it with a passion of 1,000 suns.
Oh man.
Yeah, 2.5 Men fucking suck.
Oh, I don't like 2.5 Men. How I Met Your Mother.
I hated that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that's like a stage comedy.
Yeah.
Nah.
Situational comedy.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Anything that's been filmed before a live studio audience.
Yeah,
Everybody loves Raymond. I'd rather light myself on fire.
Oh my God.
A lot of that too is growing up and having to watch it. And then, you know, every time my parents would, stay with me, it'd be like on 24/7.
Yeah, and that would drive you crazy.
It's just not my humor.
I gotcha.
I like British humor more than that, which is, I think there's a difference. Have you seen the IT Crowd?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
not all of it, but a little bit.
Like, that's
but enough.
Absurdist sort of comedy.
Yeah.
Makes it for me. So, but this is like you said, silly. This is silly.
It's very silly, and I enjoy it.
It's fine.
But yeah,
I mean, to each their own.
That's exactly it. Okay. I'm sorry you hated it.
Yes, I did not. I at times it made me furious. And I think part of it too is like, I know the language is from the 80s, but it's so stark. It's a stark realization when you hear it.
Oh, I know. Like, okay, so prime example, my boyfriend and I during the winter, we had we went through our movie list. We have a list of movies that both of us want the other to watch or whatever.
Because you talked about Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we were watching Blazing Saddles, the first half an hour, we weren't laughing. Mm-hmm. And there were funny moments, but it's because the N-word was used so much. And we were we paused it and I was like, "Are you enjoying it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I guess I am too. I don't get why I'm not laughing out loud." And we realized it's because of that. We're just not used to hearing that.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I agreed.
But
it's like
then it's just
well, and I think so if you listen to podcasts that do shows like older movies, there's a point where you have to say, and I'm trying to make sense because I think if it had been something like Friday the 13th or something and someone used a word here and there, but this was so prevalent that I was like, okay, You need to
Like,
evaluate the
F
art.
word was used a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
F word mean not fuck.
Yeah. And I mean, and I think part of that's my issue is like, you need to evaluate the art not on the year it was made, or not compare it to current state of affairs or current events or current social climate.
Right. You have to look at it you have to meet it where it was.
Yeah. But this one was definitely,
I'm sure that was
even
tough.
for the time, a little rough.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, again, shotgun in a baby's face.
Yeah, that was not okay.
That was not okay. Again, that what I said was I appreciate it for what it is and what it did for horror in general.
Yeah.
Again, the effects are fucking amazing.
Yeah. Special effects were baller.
Yeah.
They were fun. Shall we do ratings?
Let's do that.
Blood and gore, what do you give it?
Oh, this is pretty gory.
Yeah.
I am gonna say 3.
I did 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it a 3. Spooky scary.
1.
I gave it a 0, straight up.
So
it's not scary at all.
Would you give Clever Clowns a 1?
Clowns!
Oh, that's true. True story. Yeah.
Cause clowns.
Cause clowns.
Clowns.
Close hashtag clowns.
Sex and nudity.
Oh, God. 2.
I gave it a 2 as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Fun and entertainment.
1.
Yeah, I figured. I gave it a 3.5.
Wow, you really liked it.
I loved it. It was fun.
You know what's gonna happen is we're gonna do a trauma month, and it's gonna be like me angry for the whole time. It'll be fine. Again, we're not doing it this year.
No.
When we run out of things, we'll come back to trauma.
Yeah. I'm rounding.
Although, if at some point, if we're at a horror hound and we meet Lloyd, that'd be awesome.
If we could fucking interview him, can you imagine?
Again, if we give him a hot dog or a cheese sandwich, he might
do it.
He might do it.
Or fried cheese on a stick, you know.
As long as the hot dogs are all beef franks.
Yes. Gotta be kosher.
Gotta be kosher. Do we have a number overall?
3.
3?
I mean, it was more than that, but I'm going to round it down.
Oh, okay. I did that with The Burning. I did that. And when I actually went to go do it on Letterboxd, I rounded it down.
I think 3 out of 5, given both our opinions. You think that's fair?
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed. All right, recommendations. Wow. Give me a recommendation, my lady.
I am not prepared. So my recommendation is a documentary
I'm never going to live that down.
Called The Devil Next Door. Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah.
On Netflix.
Yep.
Kind of a local story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Cleveland grandfather is brought to trial in Israel, accused of being the infamous Nazi death camp guard, Ivan the Terrible.
I was thinking of something else. There's like a lot of the devil, the devil, blah, blah, blah. Right. But yeah, no, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
There were witnesses that swore up and down his eyes, that he was Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah.
And
the documentary's tough. Like, it's still like, really is it hard. Possibly?
It's really hard.
Yeah.
And it does. A lot of documentaries these days tend to go like, they really do kind of keep you on the edge. Like, especially a mini series like this, because there's a few episodes.
He's dead, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I mean, COVID got him, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it kind of goes back and forth. Like, is he or isn't he? Do you think he is? Is he covering it?
And, part of me was like, this fucking dude's like 90-something years old.
Right.
I mean, yes, he should be brought to justice, but it's like, just let him rot in a prison until he's dead.
And basically,
that's what happened. Because they were talking about the death penalty. I'm like, just let his death penalty will be like in maybe 6 months. Just
exactly
let him just
at
die.
That point, he was sorry. I don't remember how old he was. See, it's been a while since I've watched this.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Thank you. This came out quite some time ago. See, he was deported from the United States to Germany in 2009 and was charged with over 27,900 counts of accessory to murder.
Yeah. What was his name?
You're going to ask me that?
Demanyuk. John Demanyuk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found guilty in May 2011 and sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Because they knew, he was not going to.
he was not, right.
Because he rolled up. He rolled up like near death for, which, it sucks. It really sucks for the victims' families, because at this point, not many victims are not victims, but like survivors there's very few and far between of those left.
And this was during this was in the 80s that he was convicted.
It's been back and forth.
It was back and forth.
But the latest in that documentary was
died in prison while his case was on appeal, and so the German legal system will no longer seek a determination of his guilt or innocence.
Yeah.
So he died. It's
like let sleeping dogs lie. At this point, unfortunately, most of those who, if there's any boys from Brazil that are still alive, they'd be like in their hundreds at this point. Yeah. So,
right, and your memory is going to be, but there were people back then, when he was first charged in the 80s, like that swore up and down that they would never forget that, and and in fairness, how would you forget?
You don't. It's like, I remember when a certain person was, a certain doctor was testifying against a soon-to-be Supreme Court justice, and was saying, like, how could you remember all this detail? Do you remember being assaulted? And she said, and again, I concur because it's happened, is you remember fucking everything. You remember down to smells. You remember smells, sights, sounds, everything, how you felt. So, and that's just sexual assault. I can't imagine murder.
Right.
And some of the most horrible things that ever happened to human beings, you'll remember every moment. Because it'll be in your dreams. It's probably in your dreams. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that documentary.
We're going to say it like that forever.
I love it.
Cool.
What's your recommendation?
So mine is...
Viva la recommendation!
This was going to be my bright spot. Yes! But then I went on at the mouth about Alex Jones. So... It's also going to what I listened to this week, which we don't do on this podcast, but I'm going to tell you, you should listen to this. So, the fucking Sandman came out this week, bitches!
Really?
Yes, on Netflix. So, I re-listened to the BBC dramatization of Sandman in preparation for this. And, holy shit, it's amazing. I binged the first through 7 episodes. If you've not read the Sandman comics by Neil Gaiman, stop the recording right now. Go find it and fucking read it.
Stop everything you're doing.
Stop what you're doing. Take your earbuds out. Go to Amazon, boopity boop, and get the fucking comic. It's fucking fantastic. And some of the shots from the actual comics are recreated in the show. It's beautiful. It's the guy who plays Dream.
It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. The guy who plays Dream, his name's Tom Sturridge. He's the most perfect Dream. He's very thin. Morpheus is very thin in the comics. And he's he's disturbingly thin. But he's got this voice. And he talks like this. And he talks slow. I am
Ooh, baby,
Dream.
say it slow.
Well, James McAvoy does the voice of Dream in the BBC dramatization, which you can get on Audible. So that's my recommendation for things to put in your earballs. Yes. There you go. It's fucking gorgeous. It's gorgeous. There's amazing people in it. David Thewlis. I was like, Professor Lupin, no.
Oh, no.
But he's got a pretty... I mean, so if you don't know about Sandman, which I have a feeling that a lot of our listeners do, is a progression of the storyline where it's kind of like different... It's episodic, where things will... the overall story is that Dream has been held captive by humans for over 100 years, and at the same time, his helm, his ruby, and his this like satchel of sand that actually help him like be the ruler of dreams, give him power, have been stolen. So the whole through line of the comics and the story is him getting those back. But in telling that, there's offshoots of stories that kind of... It's Gaiman, so that's kind of how Gaiman writes. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, some people will probably be upset because some of the characters have been kind of switched around. Instead of John Constantine, it's Joanna Constantine. I was first kind of like, nah, I don't know if I like that. And then I saw Jenna Coleman as Joanna Constantine. I was like, I am fucking for this. I'm here, available, done. So yeah, it's fantastic. So
sweet.
Yeah. So what's coming up there, Ween? How are we going to close out?
So
fuck you. I'm leaving that one in.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. We're good. Next up.
I cut out all the burps. But this time, fuck off.
I told you that it's
documentaries.
Fine. I don't give a fuck. Documentaries.
This is Lisa.
You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
This is my Richard Attenborough. We spared no expense. Lisa. Lisa, on the weekends, she enjoys Squatch and performing documentaries. Okay.
Coming up, kids. What's next for our all-American B horror movie? Well, B horror movie month.
Yes. What is coming up? It's coming up.
Not our movie.
No,
our
not
movie
our movie
month. Sorry. First up, Swamp Thing. I'm excited for this. I have never seen it. Always wanted to. That'll be fun.
Yep.
And the other,
which actually, now that we think about it, fucking goes together.
Yeah.
Yeah, unintentionally. Yeah.
It totally does. Yep. I'm here for it.
What is it?
And the other one, I'm here for it.
No, what's it? No,
I'm the other one is going to be Humanoids from the Deep.
Woo! I mean, swamp people raping women. As you said, on brand for something we watch. Yep.
I guess we have a theme.
Yeah, Swamp Thing who...
Unintentional theme.
Swamp Thing that kind of has sex with Adrienne Barbeau, and then humanoids that rape people. So, there we go.
Fantastic.
Coolio.
Where can people find us, Ray?
Oh, fuck, I was going to look this up. Do you have it open?
I have some of it, but mine are wrong. I have to correct it. You can email us at boobsandbloodpodcast at gmail.com. That's boobsandbloodpodcast at gmail.com. Find us on Twitter at boobsboobsblood.
Insta, Booze, Boobs, and Blood Podcast.
Facebook.
Yeah, go
ahead. Ween and Ray.
Yeah. Or just search for Booze, Booze, and Blood. You probably should find it. I don't know how Facebook works.
You can find it.
Threadless, search for Boobs, Boobs, Blood. Letterboxd is Booze, Boobs, Blood. We have a TikTok.
Booze, Boobs, Blood Podcast.
There you go. I will be watching and reviewing Return to Splatter Farm. So check out the website. I will have a review. I have not written a review for a movie in a very long time, so I'm jumping back on the bike. It should be interesting. I might use the same setup as when I write our book review, which is a compliment sandwich. So
good.
Okay, well, how do we end this thing?
For now, it is... Later
bitches! That's not annoying.